What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your WWE Backlash France preview and predictions for May 2nd, 2024. Guys, we're going to be talking about WWE Backlash France. Today, we're going to be doing our predictions. I have to say France because, I mean, it's in the pay-per-view name. It's Backlash France. So, I mean, you got to say France. I got my boy Nate here with me. Loft, as you can see, is not in the building tonight. He said he was going to be here. He will be here, but in due time. In due time. It was completely out of my control. But regardless, we are going to be discussing WWE Backlash France. And it's going to be happening this weekend. It's on Saturday, and it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be an afternoon pay-per-view for me. But for Nate over there, is it in the morning for you, considering the time differences?
It would
1
be
p.m.?
noon my
Noon.
time.
Noon.
Yeah.
So right at the crack of noon. There you go. So yeah, should be good. How do you feel about WWE Backlash France, considering the match card? There's like about 5 matches, so it should be quick and easy. Get in and out real quick.
Um, feeling pretty good about the card. Definitely looking forward to that Cody and AJ match. I think that's going to be very good match. Um, I kind of want to see Jade and Bianca win the tag team titles, even though they really don't mean nothing.
For
Um,
sure.
Everything else, it is due time. So yeah, we'll talk about it, but. Yeah, I'm excited about Backlash. France is better than Backlash WrestleMania already, but
WrestleMania Backlash, yeah,
WrestleMania
man,
Backlash, yeah.
dude,
So
dude, I'll tell you right now. Oh, man, that was definitely a tough time. So yeah, I mean, WWE Backlash France. We had, the 5 matches on the card for Saturday. 2 World Championship matches. You have um the women's tag team title match. You have the WWE Women's Championship triple threat, and then the tag team match with Solo and Tonga and Randy and KO. Should be a good card for the show. I mean, I thought they probably could have done a little bit of more rounding out type of deal. I thought we were probably going to see an Intercontinental Championship match, but it does not look like that's going to be added. I thought they were going to be doing a triple threat for the IC title with Bronson and Gable, but it does not look like uh, that's going to be the case right now. How do you feel about the Intercontinental Championship not being defended on the card, considering Sammy just won the title at WrestleMania?
um, I thought it should have been, especially with the different storylines that we have here. Obviously, Bronson Reed is like the #1 contender up next for the IC title, and then with the Gable heel turn, um, that brings a lot into it as well. I really thought that it would be defended. Maybe they make a change tomorrow, um, and they add it as like a last minute match. But um, yeah, I was looking forward to it being like a triple threat match or something. But seemed like it's not happening at Backlash. It probably happened on Raw or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. When it comes down to the Intercontinental Championship and Sami Zayn as now the Intercontinental Champion, I was probably one of the only ones that thought that Sami Zayn was going to be winning that Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. I was actually very for Sami Zayn winning that Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, much like other people were not. The thing is, when it came down to the Intercontinental Championship and Sami Zayn, I was like, okay, Gunther has been the Intercontinental Champion for God knows how long. It was 666 days, which was, very fitting. I don't know that number for a reign is very fitting. I don't know why, but final boss like type character and Gunther having the Intercontinental Championship for that long of a reign was interesting to say the very least. They did the whole thing with Chad Gable. They did their thing with that, and I was like, okay, Chad Gable is definitely a contender for that Intercontinental Championship. But then when Sammy came around, dude, I was like, bro, give that title to Sami Zayn. And people were just like down my throat saying, man, like, Phil, like, why? Like, Sammy doesn't need that Intercontinental Championship. He's more of a world title contender nowadays. And I'm like, I agree with you. I want to see Sammy in the world championship picture, no doubt about it. But Sammy's a good babyface type champion that can still carry on that Intercontinental Championship with grace, and have Gunther go on to the world championship scene. That's what I wanted. I want Gunther to get to that world championship scene because we all know that he can be that. But now we see that going, and it's like I don't want to see Sami Zayn lose this championship so quick. Jesus, sorry.
Hi, mom or grandma, whoever that was.
That was grandma. Yeah, she was looking. She was looking for George, and George was right behind her. So where was I? Oh yeah, Sami Zayn Intercontinental title. The thing is, when it came down to Sami Zayn, I was like, all right, let's get this championship run going for him. And people aren't feeling it. I don't know why people aren't feeling it. I feel like, it's only been 3 weeks and people just don't care about this championship reign. But I don't want it to be short. I definitely don't want it to be short because you're not going to take the title off of Gunther and have it be a short reign for Sami Zayn.
Right. I don't know. I was feeling kind of iffy too when Sammy won it. I didn't expect him to win at WrestleMania. I thought Gunther was gonna, keep the title a little bit more and have someone else beat him for it. Um, I don't know how to feel about the title reign with Sami Zayn as champion right now. Like you said, it's short right now. I'm glad that he defended it against Gable, and we got the Gable heel turn. So obviously, we
Yes.
got to wait until to see what happens with that. Uh, Bronson Reed, number one contender now. Then you just drafted Braun Breaker. I think you add Braun Breaker into the mix somewhere in there.
Dude,
Um,
that Intercontinental
Sheamus is
Championship
back.
scene on Raw is
Yeah,
fucking
Sheamus is
packed
back.
now.
So yeah, like yeah, you got a lot of people that could go for that IC title. A couple of the guys could either go for the IC or heavyweight championship. I wouldn't mind either both, but yeah, with some of the draft picks that happened over the last week, I feel like that's gonna help the IC championship reign. Maybe a little bit more, maybe it get defended more on Raw and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So, look, I'm feeling the Intercontinental Championship reign. I want to see it continue. We'll see where things go. I know Chad Gable's most likely going to be the one to take that title off of Sami Zayn, but the thing is, I didn't want to see a babyface, Chad Gable do it. The thing is, when it came down to it, I wanted to see a more edgy side of Chad Gable. I wanted to see a heel turn like persona for Chad Gable, and I'm glad we got it. Did it have to be against Sami Zayn? I mean, it did kind of make a lot of sense in terms of the grand scheme of things with the training and getting him to that spot. But we'll see. I'm thinking when it comes down to that triple threat, it's going to be fantastic if we ever do get that kind of a deal, because it definitely looks like they are setting it up in that way. But who knows? Maybe Chad Gable can be in the King of the Ring tournament and he can, do something with that, or, just something of that nature. I think
Right.
King Gable seems pretty legit to me, if you want to say something about that. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about the king and queen of the ring later, because I think that's the next pay-per-view after Backlash. So we'll see where things go. But in terms of what we have for Saturday, in terms of the pay-per-view, the 2 world title matches, women's tag, women's championship, and then the normal tag team match with the Bloodline. Um, how do you feel about those matches heading on in? Because the 2 world championship matches, let's just say this, the Backlash build hasn't really been all that up to par considering the draft was happening throughout that entire time. So we didn't know where superstars are going to be landing in terms of the draft, and that kind of just let the build to the show uh, be a little bit lackluster, to say the least.
So as far as the build, I think the only one that they really built was the women's tag team match because that's been
Yeah,
building since WrestleMania. Maybe even a little bit before WrestleMania too. The women's championship match, that build is like a little bit lackluster. It was kind of pretty much just thrown together. I'm happy that Tiffany is in it. I love me some
yes.
Tiffany Stratton. Um, I know that she won't win. I'm pretty sure that Bayley is going to defend it, but I just love that Tiffany Stratton is in there. She's one of the future superstars of WWE, and I can't wait to see what she do. No disrespect to Naomi, I love Naomi as well, but it's Tiffy time, Phil. Um,
It's
as
always Tiffy
far
time.
as
Good
yeah, it's
lord.
always Tiffy time, always Tiffy time. As far as the men's the undisputed championship, that build has been lackluster as well, just obviously because Cody just won the title. He hasn't been on the shows for a couple weeks because they've been doing like live events and stuff. So they had AJ and LA Knight go after it. Um, I feel like the build to that is kind of last minute thrown together, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get a good match out of it anyway because it's AJ and Cody. So I'm not really mad at it. Um, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. The thing is, when it came down to the Undisputed Universal Championship, I think they really are just calling it the Undisputed WWE title now. Um, Cody Rhodes, it's gonna be okay, guys. He's gonna have a good championship reign. The thing is, when it came down to uh the championship reign at the start, you know what was already happening on social media and everything like that. If you even follow it, people are saying it's already boring. Like, what the hell? The man just won the championship and it was already boring. Like, first of all, you
Yeah,
gotta figure out, hey, um, he just won the goddamn championship. So it's have his first title defense first before you gotta, go all over the place with this championship run of his. And I don't think that this is going to be a one and done between him and AJ Styles. I don't. Considering they are now drafted on the same brand, champions were allowed to stay on the brands that they were associated with, considering the championships are associated with those brands. The WWE titles on SmackDown, so Cody automatically stayed on SmackDown, and AJ got drafted to Friday nights. So I think we'll be seeing another pay per view out of this. I do, because I want to personally see it. Because the build to this pay per view has been very lackluster, to say the very least, in terms of this build, especially for the
right,
WWE title match. And I want to see more of this because there's a lot more story to tell between AJ and Cody than just what we're seeing right now.
right. And speaking of AJ too, I kind of do want to see him with one more title run before he retires as well. Obviously, he's like 46, 47, but this man didn't come back shredded as and big as he is for nothing, bro.
He's
Like,
just
yeah.
shredded.
Then didn't he just re-sign his new contract too?
I believe so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe he's
so
staying with
all
WWE
the
for a while.
signs, yeah, all the signs are there. So you got to give my man like another championship run or something like that, bro. Like I love AJ Styles. That's my guy. So
Yeah, and like Les was saying, there was basically no time to build for this show, considering the draft is coming up very, very quickly. You had, you know, champions not being on their respective shows, considering, a lot of event appearances and, tours all around everything. I mean, WWE is literally bringing back the world and world wrestling entertainment. So they're just going absolutely everywhere that they could possibly get their hands on just so that they can, you know, make that money. And they are definitely making that money as of right now. That's why they're going to goddamn France for this show. I mean, it's insane. Um, SmackDown is going to be live in France tomorrow. I mean, it's insane. They're already there. They're going to have a good time, and then they're going to be doing Backlash as well. So it's just insane the way that things are going around. So the World Heavyweight Championship match, Damian Priest. I don't think anybody really even expected Damian Priest to walk out of WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion, but here we are. And then the first championship challenger for Damian Priest being Jey Uso was very interesting, to say the very least. I honestly thought it was going to be Drew McIntyre until CM Punk kind of got into the land, got into the lay of the land there and costed him that triple threat or singles match, whatever they did to determine that number one contender. And it was like, all right, so they're still going to continue on with that Punk and Drew McIntyre stuff. And now it's just Jey Uso versus Damian at Backlash. How do you feel about that? And then seeing where things are going to be going with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, considering those two are definitely in the World Championship picture as well on Monday Night Raw.
With the Damian Priest thing, obviously I was like really surprised that I forgot that he had the briefcase. So
You should have seen Laugh and I in the crowd at Mania.
yeah, so when we were watching it at Dave and Buster's, they didn't have none of the sound on. We just watched it on the screen.
They didn't.
So
Okay,
they
that
they didn't
see,
turn they didn't turn the sound on until the
boo
Cody
Dave
and
and
Roman match.
Buster's. Boo Dave
Yeah,
and Buster's. Damn.
yeah, they didn't turn any of the sound on until the Roman and Cody match. So we're just looking at the screen and we can't hear anything what's going on. So I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, all right, CM Punk is beating Drew McIntyre, and I just see a whole bunch of purple, and I'm like, what the heck? What is going on? So then I see Damian Priest coming. I'm like, I forgot he had the briefcase. He's about to cash in, and that's exactly what he did. So I was happy. I was happy with Damian Priest because I like Damian Priest. I still got to get used to him holding a world title because
Yeah.
it's kind of look off. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get used to it soon. Um, Also with the Drew McIntyre thing, I kind of understand why they didn't have Drew McIntyre fight Jay. It was because they were still negotiating his contract too.
Very
So that
fair.
makes sense. But now since we know that Drew McIntyre just resigned and he's going forward with the story with CM Punk, I'm kind of interested to see what happens with that. Jay, I didn't expect Jay to be the first World Heavyweight Championship opponent for Damian Priest. I
Yeah.
thought it would definitely be someone else. But to be honest, I couldn't really think of anybody else. Sheamus just came back. I wouldn't want to throw Sheamus immediately in there. I would have said Gunther maybe, but I didn't know where they were heading with Gunther. But now we know that he's in the running for King of the Ring, so I guess they're gonna go there. As far as anybody else, I couldn't really think of anybody else, so I'm guessing Jay Uso was the right call. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Yeah. And James, when is Punk cleared? I mean, we really don't know. I mean, the guy's not even wearing that the brace anymore on his arm. So it's like, he's doing the thing with that, but in terms of when he's actually going to be cleared, they want him back for SummerSlam. I know that for a fact. They want him back for SummerSlam because the match between him and Drew McIntyre could ultimately either happen at Clash if they are really lucky, or SummerSlam, which is most likely the real destination and the real target for that matchup there. Um, Other than that, you know, I mean, we're close to getting Punk back, but it's like, we don't know really for sure. I mean, but the fact that he does not have that brace on his arm now is really showing that, we could be ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I kind of wish that I'm not saying to that WWE should do what AEW does and have like pay-per-views like every like 5 months, but like kind of space the pay-per-views away from each other because right
Yeah,
now we got Backlash, then immediately after Backlash, a month later we got no, not even a month later, like I think like 20 days, we have King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. Then after that,
yeah,
we have NXT Battleground, which is like a week later, 2 weeks later, and then a week after that, it's Clash at the Castle. So I'm like,
right.
man, it's a lot of wrestling going on, but um, yeah, I don't. I understand why because WWE is now bigger than what it used to be. So I get like attractive fans and like you said at the beginning, Phil going all over the world and stuff. But kind of like space it out, Triple H. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah.
I, I love I
I,
love wrestling as much as everybody else, but you gotta space it out.
yeah, because we're going to Saudi Arabia for King and Queen of the Ring at the end of May. That's May 25th. May 25th is King and Queen of the Ring. So like that right there, I mean, it's basically a 3-week tournament from what is going to be. I think is most likely just going to be 8 people each. I personally would have had at least 12 people in the field, for that, but um probably is going to be like a round of 8, and then we'll see where things go with that. NXT Battleground, I mean, that's on June 9th, so that's like a week or two after that, and then Clash of the Castle is June 15th, right into smack dab middle of June. So it's like we're getting these monthly pay-per-views, and the pay-per-views with NXT being, a sport, to it. It's just, we're he's just adding more pay-per-view matches or pay-per-views to the actual calendar year. And then let's
Right.
not forget July 6th is Money in the Bank in Toronto. So I mean we're just going all over the place with this. And you got NXT Heat Wave, which is already confirmed, and then SummerSlam. Dude, they and Bash Lane. I mean, they have their entire schedule all over the place right here, right now, and we know where they are going. Um, that's at the end of August, Bash in Berlin. So I mean, there's September, October, November, and December. November we know is Survivor Series, but other than that, we just got to figure out where the hell everybody else is going to be going and where these
Right.
shows are going to be taking place at. Because everybody's just going all around the world. We're in France here. We're going to be in Scotland. We're going to be in Berlin, Germany. We're going to be everywhere. So it's just crazy.
Yep.
I love it. And, the thing is, when it comes down to the afternoon pay per views, I actually prefer it, to be completely honest, on the weekends. But it's just like, with all the other shows that are going on right now, not just in WWE, but other companies, where the heck are we going to be able to take a breath? I mean, every day we already have wrestling, every single day in terms of an actual weekly show. So just, when's it going to stop?
Right.
but but yeah, the women's tag team championship has really been the only thing that has been, having some build, considering that's been on SmackDown the majority of the time. And now we know that the Kabuki Warriors and Damage Control are on Monday Night Raw exclusively. And um, I feel like they have a tag team name, but I feel like they don't at the same time. It's just Bianca and Jade for right now. And Bianca and Jade are staying on Friday Night SmackDown. Um, I mean, we'll get into the predictions like very, very soon, guys, because it's only 5
Yeah,
matches on the card. So we got to talk,
yeah.
about the show
And
at a
also
longer length before we
we're
just,
trying to
we're,
yeah,
we're filling time.
we're filling time for Loft to try and get in here too.
We're, we're filling time so that we can possibly get Loff in here. We got to talk about the show as an overall standpoint because we haven't really been alive for the past 2 weeks. And for the matter of the fact of there's only 5 matches on this card. So just talking about it as a whole and general first is what's really best. And then if Loft does get in here before we actually do the predictions, that's even better. But obviously, we're not rushing. We're just trying to figure things out here. Um, but yeah, I mean, Kabuki Warriors, Jade and Bianca should be a good tag team match for what it is, but we saw that 6 woman tag team match at WrestleMania, and as soon as Jade got in there, she just cleaned house and just did her thing, which is normal if you know Jade from AEW up
Right.
until this point. So we'll see where things go in terms of that women's tag match.
Like you said, I told him no. It's
I saw
my
it. Yep.
time when he gets home.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yep. It's okay.
Dang.
Um, but yeah,
Dang.
uh let's talk about that women's tag team match. As soon as Jade got in there at WrestleMania, it was just gone, you know. And I don't know how it's gonna be feeling for those two come Saturday.
Yeah. Obviously we're used to we're used to what Jade could do in the ring. Um I seen I did see some people complain about the match because obviously we know how Jay does. As soon as she get in the ring, she just destroys whoever is in her way. So a lot of people were expecting her to actually like go out there and wrestle for a good amount of time, show some moves, show that she's developing and stuff. I feel like this tag team match with Bianca and her and the Kabuki Warriors, um, that could give them that can give her a good time to show off like, hey, I'm developing, I got different moves in my bag, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, stuff like that. Um, Also, I feel like the chemistry between her and Bianca is going to be pretty good as well. Um, yeah. Uh, Other than that, I feel like um, even though we're not doing the predictions yet, but I do feel like Jade and Bianca is going to win.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if they're still doing like the thing where uh the women tag titles go to both shows or
Yeah.
how that's
It,
going to
it
be,
that's the thing.
but oh, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The women's tag team titles can float between all 3 brands. It's
Oh
NXT,
yeah,
Raw,
okay.
and SmackDown. Because they
Yeah.
took away the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, which I didn't personally even agree with in the first place. I didn't know why we had to have women's tag team titles on NXT, but
Yeah.
considering that was already the rule for the WWE tag team titles, but I digress. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm all in favor for having these women get more opportunities and more championships so that they can fight for and all that kind of a stuff. But you either set an actual set of rules for championships around these parts, or just figure it out. Because now we have a NXT North American Championship for the women's coming in for NXT. I feel like that's a tester to see if they can possibly bring a mid card title to the women's division on the main roster, which I believe would be an absolute dream to have on the main roster.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to the women's tag team championships here, if you're going to have that kind of a same mindset and mentality for the women's tag team titles where they can float between all 3 brands and, you know, just have that be the case, I know we just split those tag team titles for the men, and they're beautiful. I actually love the World Tag Team titles, and I love those WWE Tag Team titles that A-Town Down Under are holding.
Yeah,
But I
I
was like, when you
was
had the
I was happy.
Unified Tag titles, you weren't happy about it. You weren't happy about
Yeah,
it?
the world. So the ones that Awesome Truth hold, I I was happy when they unveiled it, but then once I saw the design, I'm like, oh, this is all the same title again. I'm like, we're about to get all the same freaking title designs again. I'm glad that they changed it to the World Tag Team titles,
Yeah.
but I'm like, man, this is the exact same title design. I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. And then once I thought it was going to be the exact same way on SmackDown with
But
with
the
the W.
big W for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to get two small WWE championships, just give them to Austin Theory. But then once I saw the design, I'm like, oh, okay,
That
yeah.
one's
So
actually different.
yeah, I was actually surprised, and I'm like, okay, I'm like that. Yeah, I like those. I like those. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, nothing against Awesome Truth and those World Tag Team titles. I'm not feeling them like that just because they're the same design. But
Oh, if I were Miz and R-Truth, I'd be pissed. I got these. I've got ever since somebody told me that they looked like a slice of pizza, I haven't looked at those World Tag Team titles ever since. Um, the
oh
same at
man,
least. I got a piece of pizza as my tag team championships, and these two, who are probably some of the most hated, and obviously hated in the terms of what WWE is, but like the two most hated people in the company right now in terms of tag team wrestling, and they're like they get these beautiful tag team titles. Like, what the heck is this? Trips. Um, but yeah, I mean, I personally like the World Tag Team title designs. I love the WWE Tag Team title designs. I think I'm finally happy that we split those tag team championships. But to get back into what they were really doing, um, if they were going to have the women's tag team titles be under the same mindset of floating between three brands, I don't understand why the undisputed tag team titles couldn't be doing that. You know, um, make one set of tag team titles, have those champions float between those two shows, have one tag team division, and call it a day. But I don't know. Um,
yeah.
it is what it is. We'll figure out where things are going. But yeah, ever since somebody told me that the Raw tag team titles look like a slice of pizza, I haven't looked at them ever since.
See,
I can't.
see now I'm gonna look at them now.
And think of a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
a piece of pizza.
Man,
Ugh,
that's crazy. Also going back on talking about the like the women the NXT North American Women's title.
yeah,
I feel like you said as a tester that is true. Um, I feel like that it's better to test it in NXT because
yes,
NXT has more women on their roster, and also their women are constantly developing to where they're being booked on the show, and they have like NXT Level Up, where some of them get to try out on NXT Level Up. Then once they're good enough, they go to the main roster. I mean the main NXT developmental, and they go from there. Which NXT has a whole bunch of talented women on there, and I feel like that would be a good call to do it on NXT. Where on the main brand, the main roster, SmackDown and Raw, you have women on there that don't get booked at all.
yeah,
So like, so they only book like certain ones, but they don't book they. You forget that they have like certain women in the back. Like, hey, let me get booked on the show. Like, I'm still pissed off about Shayna Baszler. Shayna
yeah.
Baszler is one of my
Very
favorite
true.
women wrestlers right now, and they don't book Shayna Baszler at all. They're starting to not book Zoe Starks. which is terrible.
Criminal. I think Zoe's
Yeah,
fine
crazy.
in terms
We
of,
saw what happened with Zia Lee. They didn't book her at all, and now she's gone. So like,
look, just
I
because
don't
Zoe
know.
Stark did not like a Philly cheesesteak doesn't mean she can just chill out in the back. Okay, she needs to be on television,
Yeah,
which
like
is
you gotta.
crazy, by the way. She didn't like
Yeah,
Philly cheesesteak. I was like, damn, okay.
dang, wow, sheesh, dang. But I didn't know that. But wow,
Yeah,
dang,
no,
she
she
don't like
tweeted.
Philly
She's like,
cheese.
man, where the hell are the cheesesteaks at? These suck. I was like, damn, Zoe.
Dang.
She
Well
tweeted
then,
that during
maybe
Mania week, and I was like, what the hell? Okay.
sheesh. But yeah,
But yeah,
like I don't know, like on the main roster, it seemed like they forget that they have like certain women back there that they could use on the show, and they just don't book them. So
yeah.
like I feel like if they did decide to do a mid card title for the women on the main roster, it wouldn't work. It would work better in NXT because they have more women. They're constantly developing, and it's a rotation at NXT more than the main roster. So
Yeah, you definitely see a lot more women on NXT than you do on the main roster for sure. Michael, yes, we will get to Jacob Fatu. I have a
Jacob Fatu.
prediction on where Jacob Fatu is most likely going to be landing. In terms of this WWE pay per view, I do believe he will be in France, and I do believe he will make his presence known. But but it's most likely going to be a part of this matchup right here, which we will talk about in a brief sense in just a little bit. But guys, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us right here on OTB for the preview and predictions for WWE Backlash France. Hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications, subscribe to the channel as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We surpassed 800. We're at like 810 right now, so we are very, very
Yeah.
close to 1,000. But it's just, we're going to get there just slowly but surely, and we will do that in due time. Um, so yeah, let's talk about that tag team match. Tag team match for the men's side of things is Kevin Owens and Randy Orton taking on Solo Sikoa, who is basically the new tribal chief of this bloodline. And Tama Tonga. First of all, I have to ask you, Nate, what was your thoughts on Tama Tonga showing up out of completely nowhere on that episode of Friday Night SmackDown, which I personally loved. I loved that entire ordeal. And how do you feel about this new bloodline that Solo is trying to start, considering he, kicked out Jimmy for losing, even though Solo has been losing 37
Yeah.
million matches since,
Yeah.
beating John when he did. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about this new Tamatonga stuff? And do you think Jacob Fatu makes an appearance in France during the stag match?
Um, how I felt about the Tama Tonga thing. Obviously, I was shocked. Um, one is because
Do you know much about
they're finally
Tama?
not really. I know
Okay.
I know I know that he was in Bullet Club and he was in New Japan, but that's pretty much all I know. I haven't like really watched any of his matches or anything like that, but I know of him.
Okay.
Um, but when I saw him, I knew obviously I knew. I'm like, oh snap, Tama Tonga. Um, I'm glad that they're giving Solo a chance to build his character more now instead of
Mhm.
him just, posing with the arms crossed and not saying anything. So I'm
He's
glad that they're
talking now, which is
yeah,
even
yeah,
crazier.
I'm glad that they're giving him a shot with him cutting promos and talking and dressing up now with suits and all this other stuff.
He's
So
looking fresh in them suits. I look,
man, I'm
look,
telling you, man, the all black and
I
yo.
look. Cody has some nice suits, but wherever Solo goes to get his suits tailored and everything like that, man, I might have to go see Solo's
Man, I'm
tailor.
telling you.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
They've been presenting Solo. This is the best presentation of Solo ever since showing up on the main roster. To
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I like it. I like that he's I don't know if he's like taking aggression out over his losing streak or what, but um yeah, the way that he killed Jimmy the
Dude,
following week, I'm like,
tell
oh
me
my
about it. Tell me about it.
yeah. He killed Simi, then the following week, Tonga almost killed Kevin Owens, and man,
Tell me about it. Just face full of blood, and
yeah,
I was like, what's happening here? I leave to go out to have a good time with my friends, and then all of a sudden I just see a picture be sent to me of a fully fledged face full of blood of Kevin Owens, and I was like, what the hell did I miss? I missed a
yeah,
car accident. I missed, you know, his face getting all busted up. I was like, what happened here?
yeah. It was
One night, and then all of a sudden I almost see Kevin Owens get killed on TV.
yeah. Yeah, I just saw Tama just drag Kevin Owens face full of blood. I'm like, oh, what happened? And then they show Nick dragging Paul into the parking lot. He's like, yeah, look at this, and I'm like, oh, oh, he tried to kill Kevin in a car accident. What? Okay, but yeah, but I'm actually liking you know, like this storyline now.
Yeah.
Um, it's something new. Obviously with Roman out of the picture right now, this is definitely gonna, increase the I say the storyline, the tension, and obviously the popularity of Roman once he come back. I feel like that pop is gonna be crazy when Roman does come back.
When they were
Obviously,
chanting, "We want Roman,"
yeah,
ooh, I was like, "You
yeah,
bunch of hypocrites." We were all
yeah,
booing the shit out of him, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Yeah, no, we want him back." I mean,
yeah,
obviously it's a thing, but do you think this is actually Solo's doing though? Or do you think somebody's actually trying to pull some strings behind the scenes here? Because I mean, Solo, I mean, he has to be acting on the behalf of somebody. I
yeah.
don't think this is gonna be just solely him in his doing.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too because The Rock is going too. So
Yes.
I'm thinking The Rock probably is in the mix of this too as well. Um, but I'm kind of liking this like new tribal chief solo thing. I
Yeah.
say that we keep running with it and see what happens. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know when The Rock and Roman is going to come back, but yeah, when they do, it's gonna be nice. So
Yeah, I personally think everybody's going to be back by SummerSlam time. I do, because usually SummerSlam time, that's when everybody wants to get their heads in gear and, put on a good show for what SummerSlam usually is. Um, but I think it's really The Rock that's pulling the strings here. I do. I don't think it's just Solo Sikoa just saying, you know what, out of nowhere, I'm just gonna, become tribal chief. I think he's doing this on behalf of somebody, and I think that behalf is The Rock or the final boss or whatever, but we'll see in due time. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I mean, those two have been on the side of each other for a little while now, considering this whole new bloodline kind of, reemerged uh, you know, with Solo and Tama. Um, they were attacking Kevin Owens for God knows how long, and then all of a sudden Randy Orton comes in for the save because of the triple threat that they had with the United States title. They've been very friendly for the time being. Um, I don't know if this is just going to be this has been a consistent tag team between these two. The RKO. I think we're getting an RKO show tomorrow on SmackDown. So I mean, like they're actually
yeah,
doing a like somewhat of a team between these two. Um, like I say, I don't think it's last. I think it's just going to be like this little partnership up until they try to take down this new bloodline. But I'm liking what they're doing with Kevin and Randy as of right now. I mean, hell, that if they're doing it and they're having fun, keep them together. why not? I kind of like it.
Right. Yeah. I feel like you said, Phil, keep it running right now. I know eventually one of them is going to turn heel, um, because they're like, hey, you're holding me back. We did this stuff at WrestleMania, almost almost won the title, and yeah, something's going to happen with that. One of them is going to turn heel or something,
Is this just
and
another RK Bro thing all over again?
probably, yeah,
I mean,
probably that's what I'm thinking.
because I mean, Randy was most likely gonna turn on Riddle before everything happened, and then that's how we got the Randy Orton heel turn. Before obviously he had to take his sabbatical. But if we're getting this RKO thing just so that Randy Orton can turn heel, I mean, hell, I want a Randy Orton heel turn. I do. I think Randy Orton is a much better heel than babyface to me, at
Yeah.
least. I like Orton as a heel, but I mean, Orton as a face, but heel Orton all day. Um, but yeah, I think it probably could just be another RK Bro thing.
Yeah. I hope not, because both of these dudes are way more than just tag team championships.
Yeah,
Um, if they do decide, to tag them up and have them fight for a title, so be it. But yeah, I think both of these dudes are way more than uh tag team championship wrestlers. Obviously, Randy Orton is a freaking 15, 16 time world champion. So,
we
you
we
know,
got we got to get that Randy and Cody feud, and there's only
yeah.
one
Oh,
way
yeah.
to do
Oh,
that, and
most
that's
definitely. Yeah, most
and
definitely. We
there's only
definitely
one
got to
way
do
to
that.
do that, and that is have Randy be the heel and all that, because you're not turning Cody heel. You're not.
Yeah,
He even
most
said it
definitely.
himself on an on a podcast that I listened to recently. He's like, throughout the duration of my contract as of right now, I do not see myself ever turning heel. So, whatever that means, however long he's signed for, Cody, he's staying that
Mm.
babyface, and he's going to be staying that babyface for the long haul, which is smart because the little nightmares and people cosplaying as him and everything like that, and the woe, you're not turning that down for anything.
Yeah, like Cody is the man right now, so it's only right that he stays babyface. And like you said, Phil, you got kids popping up as him for Halloween, dressing up as him. Um,
They're
I'm
making those
pretty sure.
costumes good now, though, bro. They
Yeah,
are.
I've seen some of
I
them, and
see.
they're pretty fire. Yeah.
They're making those costumes good. I was at for whatever reason I was at like a Dollar General or whatever, just trying to pick up some random stuff or whatever, and there were just there was just these costumes on the other side of the store, and I was like, out of curiosity, let's just see if there's any wrestling stuff in here, and there was right in front, right in front. It was the Cody Rhodes costume, and I was like, holy shit, they're actually doing the thing. And it even said on the packaging, comes with free neck tattoo. So they're doing it. They're doing the free neck tattoo shit. So I was like, okay. So they're even really making that stuff happen. Um, but yeah, Randy Orton's gonna be the heel in that whole situation, and Randy versus Cody, it's definitely happening in due time.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting for that, especially with, we all know the history with that. So looking forward to that. Mike, I'm not feeling too good.
I wasn't even gonna ask
Um,
you, bro. You were gonna see it.
yeah, Mike, not feeling too good. It is what it is. The Bucks had a whole trash season, injuries, just overall bad season, just terrible season. Um, but hey, it is what it is. Just gotta try and do it again next year. Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop watching basketball. No, because it's the freaking playoffs. So I'm gonna still watch basketball. But yeah, I'm hurting. I'm hurting, trying not to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, one thing y'all don't have to worry about is me live streaming basketball anymore for the rest of the playoffs. So yeah, just wrestling now. So we're back on that. But yeah,
There you go, bro.
Phil's team,
So,
Phil's team didn't even make the playoffs. So
it's all right. It's all right. Look, I think we talked long enough in terms of, the overall sense of just, the build to Backlash, the stuff that we missed over the course of the last few weeks. Just trying to figure out where things stand in terms as of right now. We talked for a little over an hour, or not even an hour, but like just short of an hour about the whole thing. But we can talk about these 5 matches. Um, if Loft does get in here, that's great. If he doesn't, that's okay too. You'll just see the, free camera spot, and we'll do what we do in terms of that. But let's talk about the tag team match, because we were already basically talking about Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and all of them. Personally, when it comes down to the tag team match, I thought the tag team match has been built pretty well, but ultimately, in my eyes, you can't have this new bloodline be as dominant as they are and lose. So if you have Solo and Tama Tonga lose here, I'm going to be very disappointed, very upset, and ultimately, and just mad, honestly. I think you have to have a good dominant win with the bloodline. I'm not going to say that there's not going to be any interference. I think Jacob Fatu shows up here and costs Randy Orton and Kevin Owens this matchup here for the bloodline to pick up that victory and join said bloodline. So I'm going to go with the bloodline winning due to a Jacob Fatu interference.
I'll probably go with that too. Um, Obviously, I don't know. You know more news than I do, Phil. Obviously, I deleted
I
all
mean,
my
Jacob
stuff. So I
Fatu's
don't know.
already been signed, bro. He's already
Yeah,
signed.
I heard about
The
that.
company.
Yeah, I knew about that. It's just that I didn't know when uh, he was gonna pop up. I didn't think that they would do it this early too. I thought they would
They
probably
were
wait
actually saying he was
until.
going to be showing up last week on SmackDown, but
Oh,
he never did.
wow.
So
Okay. Sheesh.
I was
Dang.
like,
They are
they're
moving along.
they're gonna make this appearance for Jacob Fatu real quick, considering he's already been signed for the last few weeks, and with just how you know most like the powerful force that Jacob is, they're gonna want to see him on TV quickly. In my eyes, just if you look at
Okay.
the dude,
Yeah.
he's just a freaking monster.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen some of Jacob Fatu matches in TNA. Um, I'll agree. I'll agree then. Yeah, Solo and Tamatanga with the win over KO and Randy. Um, I feel like down the line they're gonna have like a OG bloodline versus a new G.
That's it.
I don't even know. I don't even know if that's a word, but new G
UG. Yo, we'll go with
bloodline.
it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, new G. Solo, Tomatanga, and Jacob Fatu against the Usos and Roman Reigns and like a 6-man tag team match or something.
To
The
me,
Solo,
this is screaming war games.
yeah, that's
Roman's
what I was
bloodline
thinking
versus
too.
Rock's bloodline. That's a war
Yeah,
games match right there.
yeah,
But
that's what I was thinking too. So
oh, but that's
yeah,
in November, so
yeah,
we gotta figure that out.
yeah. So
Imagine Rock and Roman competing inside war games against each other. Oh my god. Oh
yeah,
my god.
and
I'd go wherever it is. Hopefully, it's near
uh,
me.
if it's in Chicago again, I gotta try and go because I missed out last year and I didn't want to go last year and CM Punk freaking return.
If it's in Boston, if it's in fucking New York, if it's somewhere in those areas near my state, I gotta try.
Yeah,
I got it. um, yeah. So, give us the Bloodline to pick up the win there. The women's tag team titles. The Kabuki Warriors and Asuka and Kairi Sane taking on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I'm sorry. I feel like the Kabuki Warriors have no chance. Bianca and Jade winning those tag team titles. I mean, they were basically screaming at the top of their lungs saying, "Hey guys, these are going to be your new tag team champions. Get used to it." So that's
Yep.
what's going to happen.
Yep. That's going to be fantastic as well. Um, no shade towards the Kabuki Warriors. I love Asuka. She's one of my favorite like underrated women wrestlers. Um, I wish that they would have had her win more on the roster and like
Yeah.
have her had a little undefeated streak like how she had in NXT. Obviously Charlotte Flair was like, nope, and destroyed that. So
Destroyed Asuka's winning
yeah,
streak
yep,
overall,
destroyed all of that. Yep. Um,
Never a fan of her, by the way.
Kari Zane. I can't wait to see what she does since she came back. It's only been a few. It's been how long have they held the titles? It's been a few months, right?
Yeah, let me actually check the title reign, but yeah, it's definitely been a few months.
Yeah,
Let me actually just check this title reign real
yeah,
quick, because I mean, it's definitely been, some
yeah.
time. 96 days. They won it on
Uh,
SmackDown at the beginning of the year, January 26th.
okay. So yeah, 3 months. Yeah, I don't know. Like, nobody really cares about the women's tag team titles, but um, when you throw Bianca and Jade in a tag team, that's like that's
It's
unfair.
unfair. It's
That's
unfair.
unfair. That's a unstoppable tag team right there. Hopefully, with them holding the titles, it'll make the titles more relevant. But yeah, that's an unstoppable tag team. Like you, man, that
Yeah.
that's crazy. But yeah,
I mean, Kairi Sane made her return back in November of last year, back at WWE Crown Jewel, to a very mediocre crowd reaction. But then again, I believe that was in Saudi Arabia. Um, Nobody even really knew what was
yeah,
going on at that time. Um, I mean, I popped for Kairi Sane's return. I did. Um, and then they brought her already like right into damage control. They did their thing, and then obviously we saw what happened up until this point. Um, but yeah, it's just from where Kairi Sane has gone from her return to winning the tag team titles with Asuka as the Kabuki Warriors again in damage control to now they've held the title for a good 3 months. But I'd be lying to you if I said like, oh yeah, that they're gonna retain these titles here. I just don't see it. I don't
yeah.
see
Me
them
neither.
retaining the titles,
Yeah,
especially against kind of Bianca and Jade. No way.
yeah. Do you
Um,
think that do you think that damage control will break up soon, or do you
they're done now. Like
they're done
I
now?
don't have a vested interest. I I don't have a vented interest in them. I don't. Because at some point they're going to kick the frick out of Dakota. They're going to kick
Yeah,
her out like a bag of rocks. Like, I mean, they just. Once Dakota is gone and it's just those three and Asuka, Kyrie, and. I feel so terrible. EO. Sorry, EO. Um, was it just those three? It's like, what else do you have for them to do?
yeah,
Seriously, what else can they do at this point?
yeah. Because Dakota just came off an injury, so she's starting to get back in her groove as far as wrestling. She still is kind of like the manager role, but she's getting back in her groove. Asuka and Kyrie is doing okay as far as the wrestling. Um, Asuka is getting older, so that is one of the things to watch out for because she's like in her lower to mid 40s. So,
Yeah.
um, and then EO was just champion, so EO is doing her thing. Um, but I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about them still being together unless they throw them quickly into another storyline and do something, then yeah, I'll be interested. But obviously, all of them are great singles competitors, and I'm ready to see them like all go their separate ways and do like single stuff. So,
The thing to me
especially
about this whole
Kyrie.
thing, yeah.
Yeah,
The thing to me about damage control still being a faction in this company is that I don't mind that there is a women's faction within WWE. I think that's honestly really cool to see a
right,
women's faction. When damage control first got started, Loff and I were just absolutely insane about it. We freaking loved the idea of having a women's faction in WWE. And then they tried, with the original version of Damage Control. They add people in. You know, d- they did their thing with it, right? And I was like,
hmm
okay, fine. But the only thing is, they are the only women's faction in WWE. If
right,
there was another women's faction in WWE that can compete against them, I say keep them together. Fine. But there's nothing. There's nothing. And it's like, once you have exhausted all your options for what this stable can do, what else is there for them to do? Not
right,
much. You already won the tag team titles. You have multiple women's champions technically within that stable enough as it is. Because if you're talking OG damage control stuff, Bayley, she was the originator of it. She's the champion now. Was the champion before that. Um, I mean, you have multiple time women's champions in there, tag team titles. You did everything that the women's division has to offer, at least, because there's no mid
right,
card titles,
yeah, right,
so there's nothing else. Plus, like James is saying, they had Bianca go up against Damage Control like 5,000 times in a feud that like lasted like 2.5 years. It seemed like.
yeah,
For as long as Damage Control has been around, they've been going after Bianca, and that was it.
yeah,
That was their existence. So it's like you've exhausted all your options at this point. Let everybody go their separate ways.
yeah, yeah. It's
And I
like
like all of them. That's the thing. I like all of them. Every single one of them I like. But what else?
yeah, because like I said, I definitely want to see what Kyrie can do because as soon as Kyrie got back, she immediately got into damage control and a tag team with Asuka.
Immediately.
So she haven't had the chance to really do single stuff. So I definitely want to see Kyrie get back into the single stuff. Um, all of them, I want to see them do like single competitor stuff. Um, yeah, like like I said, hopefully Bianca and Jade could bring relevancy back into the tag team titles, but I don't know. They should have got rid of those a long time ago. Like you can't really do that on the main roster because, like I said, there's not enough women to really do that on the main roster. And then the women that you do have, you know,
I'm just
So
scared that once those two do win those tag team titles, because it's basically inevitable that they are winning those tag team titles. What's next for them? What's next for them
right,
as tag team champions? Because you have them drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, and when you have those tag team titles, you can float between both brands, so they're automatically going to be breaking the brand split rules as it is with the women's tag team titles. You have Chelsea and Piper getting drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, so there you go. You got that right then and there. I don't know. To my knowledge, I think Casey, as I'm saying, is Casey Catanzaro. That's not her real name
yeah.
now. Katana Chance,
Kind of chance, yeah,
Katana Chance, and Cannon Carter. I believe they were drafted to Raw, so it's like that tag team is solely on that brand. I don't know if just the women's tag team division is technically both brands because the women's tag team titles can float between both brands. See, that's the problem with this thing.
yeah. And then like you got Indy and Candice that went to SmackDown too.
Yeah,
So
so, I mean, you have like it's not that there's a problem with women's tag teams in this company because you have them. It's some, I should say. You don't have a ton,
yeah,
but
yeah, it's like a few.
you, but there's only a select few tag teams that are actually tag teams, like Indy and Candice, like KC2, like um Piper and Chelsea, and uh Kabuki Warriors and Bianca and Jade. That's 5 tag teams right there. That's 5. That's it. So it's just I don't know. I don't know what else you can do with the women's tag team titles, which is the reason why I would have liked to see a women's mid card title more than women's tag team titles all those times ago. Why is Zoe and Shayna a team? Okay, so that's 6. I missed them. So that's 6 tag teams overall in that division. It's not much, and the thing is, I would have preferred a mid card title more than tag team titles, and I've been saying that ever since the inception of those tag team titles.
Yeah,
It's just a
man,
thing.
they I don't know. You still got I haven't seen them in a while, but you still got Isla Dawn and what you call it? Crap. Alba
Isla
Fire too.
and Alba, yeah, and they got drafted
Yeah.
over to Raw. So
So it's like a good 6. And then I'm
yes,
pretty
that's like 6
sure
or 7.
yeah,
And
and then I'm pretty sure you throw Natalia and Tegan Knox up in there.
I don't
Maybe
want that as a tag team.
I
Please
don't want
split
that
that
either.
immediately.
I don't
Split
want
that
that
immediately.
either. I do not want that
Because I
either,
love
but
Tegan
it
Knox, but she should
happened.
not be held down by
It
Natalia. I'm
it
sorry.
happened, Phil. It happened.
I
Yeah,
know it happened, and
yeah.
I love Tegan Knox to the moon and goddamn back. I do. For those of you guys who don't know, Tegan Knox, she's like how Nate is with Shayna Baszler. I am with Tegan Knox. I freaking want Tegan Knox to do so much more
Yeah.
than what she's being used for, and it's just it's terrible.
I kind of I wouldn't mind seeing after the damage control stuff. Maybe we get a reunion of Team Kick with her and Dakota. But
Tegan and Dakota would be great.
yeah. So maybe
Oh, what's up, Hooligan? What's going on, brother?
what's going
Um,
on?
Yeah. And I well, look, if they aren't really together anymore, Lasha, like you're saying, thank God, because I want Tegan to be on her own and do something. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just we'll see where things go, but expect new women's tag team champions on Saturday. Um, Bayley, Tiffany, and Naomi triple threat match for the women's championship. We saw Bayley and Naomi go at it on that episode of Friday Night SmackDown for the women's championship. I thought it was a great match. Um, you know, uh, We saw that happen. We saw Tiffany Stratton get into the mix of this, which I absolutely love as well. Um, I'm picking Bayley to retain this year because I think it's just way too soon for her to lose the championship. But
Yeah,
um, Naomi and Tiffany should give her a good fight. And in terms of a early prediction for Money in the Bank, I say you give that shit to Tiffany Stratton and let it ride.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't expecting them to hurry up and give Tiffany title shots coming fresh off of NXT, but I'm actually happy with it. Tiffany is super talented. A lot of people hate Tiffany. I don't know what's there not to like about Tiffany. Her character, whatever. She's fantastic in the ring. Has one of the most prettiest moonsaults I ever seen. Um,
Prettiest moonsault ever.
yeah, prettiest moonsault ever. She's a fantastic talent. I love me some Tiffy time, man. Um, she's not gonna win in this match. I'm with Phil. Bayley is gonna win just because Bayley only held the title not even a month yet, so it makes sense to keep the title on Bayley. Um, I don't even know why Naomi is in this, to be honest, but
Mm,
um, Naomi kind of deserves it too. Um, coming off of you know, her last stint in NXT, I mean NXT,
NXT.
TNA, yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. TNA and being champion over there to coming back to WWE and getting title shots over here. So um I'm cool with Naomi. I'm happy for Naomi too. Um I know all three of these women is gonna, you know, tear it up. Um so yeah, but Bailey for the dub. So
Yeah. Um, Look, I'm just glad that they're at least giving Naomi a chance because the first few times when Naomi was just showing back up on WWE TV after the Rumble appearance, she was just losing left, right, and center. And I was like, I don't know if this is a goddamn punishment that they're just putting her through right now, considering that she left. But I don't think Triple H would ever operate in that way. It's just that I think that she was just put into a position where there was just people that they needed to prioritize in terms of the wins, and they were just giving it to Naomi to be the one to take the pinfall for. Look, Naomi's perfectly fine where she is right now in this company, and um, you know, and in terms of what Tiffany Stratton is doing right now, she can honestly do no wrong. She's just absolutely fantastic at what she is doing right now. The company sees a lot of potential in her, and so do a ton of people in terms of the fans. So you capitalize on Tiffany whenever the time is right, and I think that's just money in the bank. But Bailey, you can't have her lose that title, not
right.
anytime soon.
Right. James said who's beating Bailey for the title.
I don't even want to think about that right now. It's way too soon to
Yeah,
even
I
think.
think so too. Because I feel like whoever wins Money in the Bank is probably going to be the one that takes the title off of Bailey.
That's
If
honestly a
they
very
don't,
fair point.
yeah, if they don't do it there, then obviously it's going to be Becky. But I feel like it's going to be somebody that takes the title off of Bailey more than Becky.
I wouldn't actually mind having Tiffany Stratton be the one to take the title off of Bayley, but if it's due to the Money in the Bank cash in, I think that makes a lot more sense. Because I think Tiffany's going to be a women's champion within, I don't know, of this calendar year or what have you, but Tiffany Stratton will be a women's world champion,
Yeah,
whether that be on Raw or SmackDown, but she got drafted to SmackDown, so most likely women's champion.
indeed. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that.
I know, I mean, look, if it was Dakota too, I would not mind that. I mean, I freaking love Dakota Kai, but I think it's probably gonna be Tiff. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so she'll have a good title run, she being Bailey, and we'll see where things go from there. Um, See, this is just quick and easy, guys. I mean, we got 2 more matches to go, and it's both the world title matches. Which is the reason why we talked for that first hour, just in a general sense. Because I mean, there's just 5 matches here, not much. But I do. I want to talk to you about this, Nate, before we get into the world title matches, because I saw this discourse online saying that there's like these 5, 6 match cards for the PLEs moving forward just needs to end because we need to continue to stack the card up with more matches to fill out the card and actually get more people on this pay-per-view. How do you feel about the format that Triple H has been doing ever since, going into control of WWE with the less is more mentality? And are you in favor of it? Are you not in favor of it? What do you like? What do you like about it? Let me know your thoughts about this way that Triple H has been running the PLEs as of late.
I'm actually cool with it. It gives up less time. A lot of people, especially like with pay-per-views, like how we're going to get on Saturday, a lot of people are busy like during the weekend and during the day. So like, for like a 2 to 3 hour pay-per-view, get done at, for me, it starts at noon, get done with it at like 2 something, 3 o'clock, and then I still have the rest of my day to do whatever. I'm cool with it. The same with at the evening pay-per-views, like when it starts at 7 p.m. my time, and then it ends at like uh 10 o'clock, around like 10 o'clock, 10:30. I'm actually cool with it. Then you have the press conference right after, which is like an hour, maybe 30 minutes at least.
Yeah,
So like I'm cool with it. Um at least it's not like, how AEW does, because AEW don't care about time. They'll stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, have you up until 2 o'clock in the morning, knowing dang well we all gotta work tomorrow. So like, and I don't know. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm
Triple H is
actually
not
cool
Tony
with it.
Khan, where we have 14 matches on a AEW pay per view. Um,
Yeah.
and trust me, look, for the people that are in this chat right now, James, Lisha, Hooligram, all the people that are in here right now, which I do appreciate everybody that is in here. Um, like I watch AEW weekly. I mean, like I'm a weekly watcher of the product. So I mean, of course, when it comes down to you following the product as much as you do, considering I cover it for a different podcast, it's kind of just what you do, in terms of the whole thing. Um, when you're reviewing it, you just take the jabs however you need to take them, and it is what it is. But I mean, I feel like everybody knows the quality over quantity type of mentality that Triple H has been taking ever since taking control of creative has been a really good thing for WWE as of late, because it just not only helps in terms of timing, but he's allowing the people on the pay-per-views to tell great stories and have great matches without compromising having so many matches on one card.
Right. And then like a lot of um like another thing that people need to realize too is that these matches are like a good 15, 20 minutes maybe minimum.
Each, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, each. So like, 5 matches. That's like in total probably like maybe 2 hours and semi minutes, plus like, obviously advertising, because they need money, so they got to throw advertising up in it. I sound like I'm playing GM mode. uh you gotta throw
No, but
advertising. Yeah, you gotta throw
no, but the thing
advertising up
is,
in
like,
there and stuff,
it matters. It matters in the grand
right.
scheme of things, because you got to look at it from a business standpoint too, guys. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you know, where was I going to go with that? The fact of the matter is, you want to keep the audience attention right where it should be, and that is on your television shows. So when you have as many matches as you do for WWE Backlash in France, the 5 matches on the card is going to be very easy to digest, very easy to digest, like, to just look at and just say, hey, I'm going to turn on Peacock and I'm going to watch a good 2.5, 3 hours of pro wrestling and call it a day. I mean, it's easy. I mean, WrestleMania without the cash in, Nate, had 7 matches one night, 6 matches on the other. So 7 matches each night for a WrestleMania instead of, the before the 2-night format where we had like 17 matches on that one card. It's way better to digest and it's just easier for people to follow.
Right. And then some of those matches were cut short because other matches were going on as well. So
Yeah. It's crazy. The business sense works, but also when you're trying to look at it from a fan perspective, like Hooligan is saying, I watch it as a fan. I try to look at it from a fan's perspective, but ever since, watching other shows and, just trying to figure out where things are actually landing in the grand scheme of things too, learning the business mind of it's just the way that they have been going at it at that point, and that's why they're doing much more in like international shows. It's getting them more money. They're more popular by the second now, and it's like it's just absolutely crazy. But I like the quality over quantity stuff. Um, it's the way that Triple H has been running things since he ran NXT. And I said in my reply to the tweet, Nate, what was the best thing about those NXT takeovers? During those times of NXT Black and Gold, man, those takeovers were something else, weren't they?
yeah, not only the storylines but the wrestling as a whole was fantastic. Like the shows as a whole was fantastic too.
And the thing is, it was built just like what we're seeing right now on the main roster. Easy,
Right.
concise cards. 5, 6 matches tops maybe on each show. But it left you wanting more. It
Right.
left you wanting more, and it left you wanting to tune into NXT that next week, considering what is going to be happening next. He brought that mentality to the main roster, and it's made all the difference.
Yeah. And
So,
the good thing about it too is that not only is Triple H doing it, Shawn Michaels is doing it too in NXT. He's continuing what Triple H is doing on the main roster, and I don't know if it's about the same, but it's around that area. And then Ava is doing a good job as well. So
yeah. Ava as a GM, I did not even care about that at first when that first happened. I'll tell you right
yeah,
now. I
me
did
neither.
not care because
Me
I
neither.
didn't know what was happening at the time. Because I thought it was Joe Gacy and them, right? Joe Gacy had Ava into the group
Yep.
with the dyad and everything like that, and that group just slowly faded away for whatever reason. And then Ava just became the general manager, and I was like, okay, I thought you were a wrestler. What's happening with this? But then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, we knew what was happening,
Yeah.
and then
The
things
main
went down.
the main reason why it faded away was because the Dyad's contract expired. So that's why they just completely broke up the group. We thought it was going to be just Joe Gacy and Ava. It would give her another chance because Ava as a wrestler was terrible.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that was one of the reasons I feel why they just like completely broke it up.
yeah.
but
It
I
was
thought they were
Schism.
going to,
That's it. My
yeah,
bad.
Schism, the
I said the
Dyad,
dyad.
yeah,
I think the dyad was the tag team. Wasn't those the guy
the the
GYV?
Dyad,
That
yeah,
was
the Dyad
GYV
was
before
yeah,
they.
Grizzle Young Veterans, yeah,
Yeah.
after they were the Grizzle Young Veterans, but um,
I'm glad they're doing GYV stuff now, though. They look so much better. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, man, like I really thought that they were gonna have Ava like reinvent herself and continue to wrestle. Um, but she's doing way better as a GM than I thought she would.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's because she's a Rock's daughter and it's like natural to them when it comes to like cutting promos and doing business and stuff like that. Um,
She
I
seems a
don't know
lot more
what they're
comfortable.
yeah, like she seemed like, she can just sit back there. She learned more about the business. She can, she's in control. She can make matches, cut promos, and all this other stuff. Um, so she looked like she's having fun. She's enjoying it, and I can't wait to see what else she does as far as GM. So
And the
I don't
thing
know what
is,
they're doing with Joe Gacy. They,
yeah, nah,
yeah,
that I literally have no clue what they're doing with
yeah,
him. But in terms of what NXT is doing now, which I guess we can kind of just relate that to what the NXT takeovers were like. Um, they're doing a lot more NXT TV special events
yeah.
because Spring Breaking was not a pay per view. That was just 2 weeks of NXT television on the week to week show. It was on Tuesday. It was just 2 weeks of television, and you had that, but it was a special live event type of feel. So
Right.
it's like you're doing more stuff like that, and then you also had the NXT PLEs thrown in there. I mean, you can just have as many NXT PLEs as you want if you're going to continue to do those NXT special live events, like they did with Spring Break In, and um, I think there's another one coming up. I think I mean I don't get to watch NXT weekly as much as I do, but I definitely tune into those weekly events at the special events that NXT has because those are like mini pay-per-views but on NXT TV.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
don't see that quite often. AEW
Right.
does that kind of a thing though with like the Blood and Guts. That's not a pay-per-view. That's a Dynamite special event. Like they're doing stuff like that. So it's like it's kind of cool how NXT kind of adapted that.
Yeah. I kind of wish that WWE would kind of do that thing, but at the same time, I don't. Um, it's cool that NXT added that to their schedule as well as like you said, doing pay-per-views and stuff.
There you
Oh
go.
snap, my
Okay.
guy Loft is here.
There is
What's
Loth.
up?
Okay.
All right, cool. I gotta go give my mom her bedtime medicine in a minute, so that's
No worries.
cool. Y'all can talk. But yeah, I'm cool with how NXT adds that in every once in a while. Like they have
Yep.
like Gold Rush and Spring Breaking, Heat Wave, because it gives people a chance to like say they can't watch Peacock for like pay-per-views and stuff. You can get it on NXT. So you're basically getting PLEs for whatever you pay for cable and boom. So like
Yeah.
that is kind of cool that they add that. I don't know how that will work on the main roster, but I'm glad that they're doing it on NXT because, like we talked before in the show, NXT is developmental, obviously, and it gives a lot more people to be on the show and you know just see great stuff on NXT. So.
For sure.
I think that's another reason why me and Loft just talks about NXT all the time because we love NXT. We're always like looking for new people improving. Um, so yeah,
Yeah. Loth, I know you just got in here, my boy. Um First of all, how you feeling? Second of all, I know we were just talking about NXT, but there's a reason why we were talking about NXT and this Backlash um preview stuff. We just honestly talked for a good hour about stuff that we have missed, Backlash as a general sense, and got into the actual predictions of the show. But how you feeling, my man? It's been a little bit. Yeah, just let us know how you're feeling. What's going on?
I'm cool, man. My allergies are kicking my ass. I was outside a lot today. Uh,
Dang.
Feel you.
but yeah, I'm excited for Backlash. I have a job interview tomorrow, so hopefully I can get that job, then quit my current job, so I can watch Backlash without being interrupted. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna be at
Yeah,
work during the first hour. But
yeah,
Leave those prayer emojis in the chat, man. Not only just for
yeah.
love's allergies, but that job stuff. That's
Oh yeah. Also, Loft. Apparently, according to
yeah.
Lisha, you wasn't even supposed to be up in here.
Yeah.
I know I was
She,
told that. I was informed of that.
yeah,
Uh,
she told me
Yeah.
and Phil straight up, and I was like, oh, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
well,
So
here I am. You know what I'm saying?
so there you go.
I am
Hey,
alive.
Yeah, so we basically just talked for the first hour in a general sense, not just, solely about Backlash, but stuff that we have missed, considering the last live show that we were doing was like a couple of weeks ago. So we were just talking in a general sense. Um, how do you feel about this pay per view, in general, with it being only 5 matches and, the build up and draft happened and all that kind of a stuff, and just your overall thoughts over the course of the last few weeks on WWE programming?
Um, I'm excited. I think the only show that actually stresses me out is Raw because every time I want something to happen, the opposite happens. You know,
Sure.
um, NXT, SmackDown, and the pay per views always seem to deliver. So I'm definitely waiting for. I'm expecting a really cool show tomorrow. Hopefully, Cena's there because I heard Cena was seen in France. So
Yes.
hopefully, he shows up. Probably going to do a WrestleMania in France promo or something like that.
yeah,
But
yep,
you know what I'm saying? But always good to see him. So I don't care what he go out there and say whatever. I don't really care. But every match, for the most part, I think if I'm thinking correctly, every match I'm like excited for. I fully expect Jade and Bianca to win. Cody and AJ is just going to be a great wrestling match. We all know Cody's not going to lose, but AJ I think is a great challenger for him, even though the rivalry isn't what some people may have wanted, even though it's literally been a month. You know what I'm saying? But that is. Um, and hopefully Jacob Fatu shows up in the
Yes.
Bloodline tag match. I think that's one of the main things I really hope for. Um, so yeah, I think those are the main things. But every match on the card, I'm excited for. I really want Tiffany Stratton to win, but at the same time, I don't because I don't want Bayley to lose either. Um, I feel like Naomi's in a tough spot because I also want her to win too, but I feel like this is going to be between Bayley and Tiffany at least until SummerSlam. Um, so I the whole triple threat thing has been kind of worn out for me at the moment, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a great match anyways. There's 3 great wrestlers in the ring, so I can't wait to see that. But there's no sleepers on this card for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when it came down to the fact of the matter is the draft was really on WWE's mind for the course of those few weeks from WrestleMania to now. Um, the draft really kind of took precedent, and the build to this pay per view wasn't bad by any means, but it definitely was not the best that it could have been. Um, Things had to fall into place. People had to be drafted to wherever they needed to land, and that's why we got to build to what we got. Um, Nate and I technically already did 3 matches in terms of predictions, so we can just rapid fire the predictions that we already discussed with you. Um, we talked about Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and the Bloodline. Um, Nate and I basically predicted almost the exact same thing. Jacob Fatu shows up here, helps Bloodline win due to that interference, and has a dominant win for the Bloodline. What do you think? Other than George, being mad at me. Waff, you there, bro?
Oh, damn. I was muted. My fault. That's crazy. But yeah, I think this is a great way to keep the Bloodline stuff interesting while Roman and Rock are going. I think a lot of people who don't know who Jacob Fatu is, they're going to learn very, very quickly that he probably is the scariest out of all of them. Just off of pure ability, anyway. So, if they thought Tama was something, wait till they see that dude, But I think it's going to be interesting. I just hope they don't do the whole black hoodie. Oh, who's under the hoodie? Oh, it's Jay. I hope they don't do that, but they're probably going to. That's look like that's their formula right now with the black hoodie. And who is it? But we all know, for the most part, we all know who it is. But
he's a big dude. You can't miss him.
Yes, as soon as he comes out, this big, huge dude. We're probably not going to be able to hide him that well, But it should be a cool match. I don't know who really gets pinned between KO and Randy. I'll probably say KO.
Yeah,
I'm still assuming that they're going to do something with Randy soon. I don't want the KO and Randy tag team to go on for longer because it's kind of boring to me.
I don't know about you, man, but I kind of feel like this is almost turning into some RK Bro type shit, and I don't want that.
Yeah. What are they doing? The RKO show on Friday or something like that?
They're doing an RKO show on Friday, yeah.
So I don't know. I
look.
prefer
If
when
Randy turns heel
team.
because of this, I don't mind that. I told Nate before this, like if this tag team is just to get Randy Orton to turn heel, I'm cool with it. But just do it soon, because ultimately, the reason why Randy would be heel is for that feud with Cody.
Yeah, I prefer that Randy doesn't sit into a tag team, but again, it looks like it's their formula right now, so can't really do much about it.
We talked about the women's stand team title match, Kabuki Warriors, Bianca and Jade. Nate and I pretty much have the exact same feeling about this too. There's no way the Kabuki Warriors are walking out as tag team champions.
Yeah, no.
To me.
No way, no way. I'll be astonished if Jade and Bianca lost, because Jade ain't getting pinned, and Bianca very well might. She probably isn't getting pinned either, So
we saw the 6-woman tag at Mania, bro. As soon as Jade got in there, she cleaned the floor with everybody. So it's like,
that's what I hope they let Jade actually wrestle. I don't want it to be like Bianca doing all the work and then Jade comes in and just clears house, because I think already she looks a little bit more fluid than she did in like her last month in AEW. So I think whatever training whatever training they're doing, it's working. So if I don't know if they're like waiting, but I think this is the time to give her the ball. If WrestleMania wasn't the time, I think now is the time to give her the ball and like allow her to showcase to the fans that she really has improved. You know what I'm saying? That she's not just a squash match, So
she's not just an entrance, and we know that.
Exactly. So if they give her the time to, I think we'll be in it for something really cool. But either way, Jade and Bianca are going to be tag team champions damn near probably forever, because if this doesn't make
it's unfair, bro. It's unfair.
Yeah, there are no other tag teams on the roster, so they're just going to be running through people, And
we listed about 7 before you came on in here, and none of them hold a candle.
Yeah, I hope this forces. I hope this forces WWE to make more sustainable tag teams. Because if not, they're just going to be beating Damage Control repeatedly for weeks on end, and like that ain't gonna last,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Should be interesting though.
Yeah.
And then we did talk about the triple threat for the women's championship here. Nate and I again agreed in terms of who wins this thing here. We both picked Bayley to retain here because it's just way too soon for her to lose this championship. And we love Tiffany and we love Naomi, but ultimately, right now, it's just not their time to win championships yet. But in my personal opinion, I think when you capitalize on that momentum, you capitalize on Tiffany Stratton winning that Money in the Bank contract. That's just me.
Yeah, right now for me it's probably between her and Chelsea. Depending on if they unveil a mid card championship, they probably won't, but I'm still holding out hope for that since they are doing it with NXT, you know. So I don't know, but if Tiffany wins the mid card belt, then Chelsea's winning Money in the Bank, and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Those two are both. I feel they're next up as far as the division on SmackDown. So yeah, but either way, Tiffany's going to be world champion before 2024 is over. So
Completely agree. So yeah, and then when you came on in, we were just talking about, NXT stuff, but there was a reason why we were talking about NXT stuff because I brought up the comment of a post that I saw on Twitter recently um about the match cards being, condensed as they are, like the whole quality over quantity type stuff, and
yeah,
how some people thought that it should end in that kind of mentality when I personally don't think so. I like the quality over quantity stuff. And we were talking about NXT because we were talking about the NXT takeovers at the time. And NXT takeovers at that time were exactly quality over quantity. And then we kind of just went on a ramble of NXT special events on weekly television. And for some reason, that led into Ava GM talk and ism talk and all that stuff. So it just kind of went down a rabbit hole. But I guess we can kind of just get your thoughts on that real quick. How do you feel about the whole quality over quantity type mindset that Triple H has been, putting forth on the main roster since being the head of creative? I love it, honestly.
I think 6 matches is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to put mad matches on a show because I think I read your tweet earlier because I think you said something to the tune of like that leads to the viewer possibly getting bored. You know, that
Look at
is
AEW pay-per-views, man.
yeah.
14
I don't want to
matches.
say it, but since you said
Like
it,
no, look, we talked about it earlier with it. So
yeah,
to me, more matches on a card in the grand scheme of things, and especially matches that really don't matter all that much, it doesn't make me care about your
yeah,
product.
it's too
So if I'm
much,
not
you
going to
know.
be very interested in your product, I want to be invested and I want to be solely focused and, you know, having my eyes focused on watching your show.
Yeah,
So if you're going to have a nice, concise card, I dig it.
yeah. I have a hard time like sticking with shows like that because like 15 matches, I'm always inclined to like care about only like 3, you know. So
Right.
3 or 4 for the most part. So it's like most of the time,
Especially if you
I'm not
don't
saying
watch it weekly.
yeah. For the most part, I'm already like going in a sense of like right now, I pretty much only watch AEW pay-per-views. You know, so if I look at the
That's
card and
fair.
I'm like, all right, well, I only care about whatever Tony Storm is doing, whatever Swerve is doing. If Jeff Hardy ever makes an appearance again, you know, and then like maybe like if they remember that Kiara Hogan is a part of their roster, you know, like shit like that. That's what
Yeah.
I care about, you know. So like,
Right.
or any of the other people that like I really care about, but it's like it's a very small amount, you know. So like, if they found a way to like do 6, 7 matches, I think their pay-per-views would be even better than they already are, because that's the one thing. Their pay-per-views are always great as far as quality, but it's just watching them is terrible. I feel like I'm watching Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision and Ring of Honor in one night, and I'm like, I don't care about these matches. So I don't know when. I forget when Triple H first did it. I think it was like his first pay-per-view. He was like, I think Vince was still there, but whenever he had control of like his first pay-per-view, he did the 6 matches thing. I was like, this is freaking genius, because like,
well,
I'm not saying
I
you can
think
all
he
of them,
got
but, like,
in. I think he got in control, per se, on that SummerSlam, that first SummerSlam.
yeah,
When
probably was,
Damage Control showed up, that
yeah.
was
That
the
was a
first
great show.
That was the first pay-per-view under Triple H, but that was already kind of set into a precedence.
Yeah,
Because Vince was really throughout that build-up up until, he stepped away
yeah,
for the time being. So, I mean, ever since that SummerSlam on, it's been Triple H. And I think that was
yeah.
SummerSlam 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty sure. So it's
So, I
like,
mean,
even with stuff like that, I already expect a certain quality from their pay-per-views, only because I know that like even when they put like 4 or 5 matches, and then they'll announce like one more before the show really starts. Like, I assume they might add one tomorrow, but like, I fully expect the shows to be good, because they always find a way to do so. I'm not saying I care about every match on there all the time, because sometimes I don't, but they always find a way to make these short amount of matches really, really good. And that's all I really care about. At the end of the day, you get in, you get out. You're not watching a show for 8 hours. You get in, get out, and you can continue your day. You don't have to sit there and just watch wrestling for 8 hours, the same show. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Triple H is doing as far as the pay-per-view scheduling when the matches are going. I hope he never changes it.
yeah. But yeah, that's in terms of what Triple H is doing in terms of quality over quantity, making things matter on WWE pay-per-views, allowing these superstars to go out there, tell great stories within the matches that they are booking for these shows, as well as giving them time to produce those great stories within set pro wrestling matches. I think he's absolutely doing a phenomenal job in terms of that, and quality over quantity should not stop anytime soon, because that's the way he's been running it ever since NXT.
Yeah,
and I like it. All right, now we can have that rambling be done and over with. Let's talk about these world title matches, because the world title matches, the matches are going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like when it comes down to Backlash this year, many people that I've talked to outside of this space are saying, Phil, this pay-per-view is way too goddamn predictable. And I'm like, I see where you're coming from, but that doesn't mean I don't think this pay-per-view is going to be good. The World Heavyweight title match, for example. Damian Priest and Jey Uso. I don't see Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but no. If he did, I'm not mad at it, because I love Jey. I love Jey Uso. But I don't see Damian Priest cashing in at WrestleMania just to lose it to Jey Uso at Backlash in France. I just don't.
Yeah, I think first of all, I'm not really sure why they're presenting Damian Priest in the way that they are. He doesn't seem like a world champion to me at the moment.
They're making him look so weak right now.
Yeah, I don't want to say weak. I just want to say like, a word below irrelevant. I don't think he's irrelevant, but like, he seems an afterthought. Afterthought, I think I'll say. It feels like he's an afterthought at times. Like, I still haven't fully believed that he's the world champion yet. I'm still in like that state of shock that I was sitting next to you at 40. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what.
And when I
happened.
hung that tune to you, you're like, no, that can't happen, and then it did.
I've been scared of this happening because like I don't. It seems like they're all in with Damian Priest, and that's cool.
Yeah.
My personal my personal feelings about him aside, I don't think they're doing him justice as champion at the moment. But it's early, so maybe I'm being impatient. Maybe I'm like the Roman fans who just think Cody has to be defending against 8 different people every day of the week. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. So hopefully he'll win against Jay. Hopefully with no interference from the Judgment Day. Ooh, bars.
Bars.
Hopefully that will possibly get on a different day. I guess, you know. But it's just part of me would love if Jay won. I know they present Jay like a world champion now, you know. So I wouldn't be mad at that, but I don't know.
That promo that those two had before, I think it was before the 6-man tag team match. I don't know whatever promo that was between the two, where they were like talking about, you know, those two at like some bar or whatever, and Jay had to take an Uber. He muttered to himself, and like whatever promo that was. I was like, what kind of promo are you talking about with these two? Like, what? I understand there's history between the two in terms of like, you know, actual real life, legit history between the two. But I just did not like that promo at all. On Damian's side and or Jay's side. Because I was like, what are we building to?
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I think the story they're trying to do is... We all know Jay and the Bloodline is not done. And we all know Damian and the Judgment Day is not done as far as those two stories. So this feels like a side plot. You know, this feels like a subplot to what they're trying to do. They're just trying to get us to Backlash, you know?
Yeah.
And
because they were trying to recruit him into Judgment Day, and then that story came out with like them at a bar. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I do remember the whole recruitment to Judgment Day thing. I guess I didn't really think about it because I never believed that Jay was ever going to join Judgment Day. I don't think really anyone fully believed that, I guess. I mean, it would have been funny, but I don't think anyone thought he was going to join Judgment Day. So I guess I just took it out of my mind for that reason. But I don't know. I don't think the Damian and Jay feud is not something they're trying to build for a long time. So I think they're like, all right, we're just going to do this. Let them have a conversation and just get us to Saturday. We get through Saturday, and then we can go somewhere else, hopefully, probably towards Finn. For Damian, at least. Jay probably going to get traded back to SmackDown, and then continue the stuff with the Bloodline, stuff like that. So I think that's what they're trying to do. I think that's the same position they're at with Cody and AJ, you know?
Yeah. Nate, how do you feel about this match? Jay, Damian, World Heavyweight Championship. I feel like Damian's just going to retain this championship and we can call it a day, but that's no disrespect to Jay at all. It's just, you know, in the way that Damian needs to be positioned as a world champion, he needs some sort of victory in a dominant way or whatever kind of way it needs to happen, but I think he just needs to retain, in my eyes.
Yeah, I feel like Damian is going to retain. Maybe it could lead to a different story with him involving the Judgment Day, because since he became champion, he have been treating the Judgment Day like crap. And I'm pretty sure somebody in the Judgment Day is going to step up and be like, hey, man, listen. Like, we understand that you champion stuff and Rhea is out, but you ain't got to treat us like that and stuff like that. And, yeah, somebody is going to step up. It would be hilarious if it's JD. I know it's not going to be JD, but it would be hilarious if it is.
Me personally, I would love it if Finn Balor won Money in the Bank, and you had that type of thing go on.
Yeah, that's where I was
That-
going with that. Yeah, I think that Finn is gonna step up, be like, "Hey, man, listen," and yeah, it's gonna be a whole bunch of fighting in Judgment Day. As far as
I mean, I know
Jay,
that's Money
I
in the
don't.
Bank 2 times in Judgment Day, but you can tell a lot with it.
Yeah, as far as Jay, I don't know where they're gonna head with him. If and when he do lose, maybe they throw him into the King of the Ring tournament. Um, I know there's speculation about him and Jimmy getting back together as the Usos and all this other stuff. Um, I don't know where you could fit that in right now, especially with how the draft is, and hopefully they keep everything how it is with the draft and not completely do like random super shows and stuff where people just pop up out of nowhere. Um, but yeah, I don't know where you go with Jay after this. Maybe you keep him in the world heavyweight title uh contention. Maybe you put him in King of the Ring. Maybe you put him in Money in the Bank. I don't know. So, um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It's interesting. Supposedly there could be a trade between now and Monday, because Monday is when the rosters lock, quote unquote. Um, I don't know if a trade is actually going to be possible, but I guess we can see, figure out where things land. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where Jay goes. Damian, I think he has some sort of, stable, um, findings within Monday Night Raw, considering he is a World Heavyweight Champion. They gotta do stuff with him. But Jay, after this, I don't know where they go with him, quite frankly. It's just weird. But but in terms of the main event, which I believe is gonna be the main event, um, Cody and AJ. That undisputed WWE Championship match, guys, is gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane.
I keep muting this damn mic. I am stuck because I don't know where AJ is going, and we all know Cody's going to win, but it's just like
Right.
I am very scared for AJ's future, mainly because I want him to be in a position where he is still of relevance, and I feel like he's not going to be after a while, and he's still one of the people that I want to see at the top, So I fully expect the Cody win, but I don't know. I'm really afraid for AJ's direction coming after this. I'm not really sure.
Fair point. What you think, Nate?
I'm kind of in the same boat. Obviously Cody is going to win. And like Law said, I kind of don't know what they're going to do with AJ. But like I said in the beginning, Phil, he gotta do another championship run. He didn't hit the gym and re-sign that contract for nothing. So he definitely gotta put out that work, put in that work, and they gotta take notice of AJ. I know he's older and everything, but yeah, you gotta put AJ in the title run like one more time. Have him have him do some new matches. I know Carmelo Hayes just got to SmackDown. Have him go up against Carmelo Hayes. That would definitely be a fire match. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have him do something. I feel like AJ is way too talented to be wasted. So hopefully they make this title run count, and they have AJ do something. So Melo versus AJ sound dangerous.
Yeah. That's actually that's
Oh man.
actually fair. That's actually very fair. Um, look, like Hologram said in chat here, I think AJ is going to be perfectly fine in a loss to Cody. This doesn't hurt AJ at all to lose to Cody. Like, I mean, we all know what AJ is. We all know who AJ is. It's just you know, a matter of AJ being the first guy to take a loss in the first championship title defense to Cody. It's nothing big. It's nothing bad. Um, but the thing is, to me, I don't think this is going to be over. I told you Nate at the top, and I'm going to tell Loft this now, considering he's here. Um, I I don't think that this should be a one and done type feud. This can't be. There's too much history here with AJ and Cody. I mean, this is in terms of history, they haven't had matches against each other, but the history of where they are in terms of the careers that they have had, in terms of the parallels that they have done, going elsewhere to make a name for yourself, coming into WWE at their times and doing their things. AJ's history with Dusty, stuff with, just the overall presence of what an AJ and Cody feud can be. There's more to this than just a one off. I know there is. And I get it, you know, using Dusty as a crutch to start feuds for Cody needs to stop.
Yes.
It needs to stop.
Yes.
It needs
My
to stop.
God.
Because there's more to Cody than just being Dusty's son.
Yeah.
And it just needs to happen in that way. George
Somebody
is mad. See?
Somebody has to speak
George
up.
is mad that George is mad
Yeah,
that Dusty is being utilized.
yeah, I can hear him. He's pissed.
Yeah.
I feel
So
him.
I feel him.
Somebody has to
So
speak up back there and like say that, because my God, it's just like,
yeah.
every time Cody goes up there, I knew your dad. We all know you. All of you knew his dad. We know. All because we're all sad. But God, you're making Cody just seem like just he's just Dusty. And some people may not even know who Dusty is. The kids may not even know who Dusty is. So that's not helping the kids. It's not helping the kids because they have no idea who Dusty is. It's not helping the people who do know who Dusty is because we all know that he had a huge impact. But you can't just say that at every promo. And they said it at every promo. We just got done hearing him say finish the story for 2 years. And the story is over. So open another book. Like this is why I don't want to hear that. And they're going to keep doing it, most likely. I hope someone is telling them like, hey, at some point we have to stop because like you're not doing anyone any favors, and at some point you are going to fall into the trap of like, all right, we're just using this as, we don't have to really write a story. We can just say Cody's dad, and then we'll just move on from there. No, because then we're going to start hearing a lot more really bad Cody Rhodes takes than the ones we're already hearing from misinformed people. So it's just like, don't make it worse. And I know they are capable of putting an effort to make it a story because they have did it before. So hopefully they can start to after this match, because I think Cody really needs to show that he can be his own person, especially being world champion right now.
Yes. I'm picking Cody to retain this championship here. There's no reason why Cody is losing this matchup here, even though I did, and this has no history to what this match is going to be at Backlash, but this is just a little side story that I did today. After work, went on 2K, did a special guest referee match. I was Teddy Long. I was doing a simulation of Cody and AJ. I was, doing... God damn it, George. I was just, doing this matchup for fun, right? I was perfectly fine. I was a good referee. I was being Teddy Long, for God's sakes. Teddy Long has no authority, has no allegiance to either AJ or Cody Rhodes, right? But no, I was being a fair referee. 1, 2, AJ kicks out. Cody freaking attacks me. Cody attacks Theodore Long, and I was like, "What did I do?"
That story right there. That's what I like.
Cody attacks
hates
Teddy
Teddy Long.
Long. Cody attacks Teddy Long. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Ring the freaking bell. Disqualification finish. Because I was like, you hit me for no reason? Nah. The main event of Backlash ended in disqualification because Cody attacked Teddy Long for no reason. Like I said, that has no recollection of what this match is going to be at Backlash. But yeah, I felt like I needed to address that story because now I have a story to finish. I need to go actually through a special guest referee match without getting attacked.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game has that like set. That's like the sliders for that are like really, really high already. So it's like someone gonna get attacked during that match. It may not be you, but someone's gonna get attacked.
The referee just gets attacked every time, and I'm doing fair counts and everything. And they're like, yeah, no, let's just attack the referee. Stupid. But yeah, match is going to be fun. This pay-per-view is going to be fun. I think this show is going to be, honestly, a really good show for WWE. I think Backlash, just an overall sense, is just a throwaway pay-per-view. And when you had the WWE draft take precedence and just, the overall factor of the WWE draft just looming over everything, that's why the pay-per-view build just seems so lackluster.
Yeah. I think if people learn to just like calm down and like wait for a minute, then they'll be much more inclined to enjoy what's happening, Like I think there's so much stuff that is coming, especially like SummerSlam on the horizon.
Yeah.
Backlash is just one of those shows we got to get through, And I do believe that's one thing I say I don't like. I don't like the idea of like A, pay-per-views and like B, I don't like that. I think every PLE should be at the level of intensity, like a SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, stuff, things of that.
Every pay-per-view should seem important.
Yeah.
But in terms of
like, oh, this is just super raw, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what Backlash feels like. It feels like super raw. So like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think every pay-per-view, every premium live event needs to feel like the end of the world is happening right now because we're paying money for it, So I don't want to pay money on nut-ass Peacock for SmackDown Deluxe. I want to pay for some crazy things to happen, you know what I'm saying? So that's.
And I don't like using the term of a throwaway pay-per-view. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like using it. But in terms of the way that WWE presented this show, in terms of the build of everything, it seems like WWE just wants to get through this show so that they can build towards other things. Because you got King of the Ring, you got King and Queen of the Ring, because they're doing the 2 tournaments this year. You got other pay-per-views like Clash at the Castle, SummerSlam. I mean, Money in the Bank. I mean, there's just other things that are on Triple H's mind right now instead of Backlash.
Yeah. At least they're not calling it WrestleMania Backlash anymore.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Nate said at the top.
We talked about that.
At least we're out of there.
That's exactly what Nate said at the top. But now we're just putting the location of where the shows are now because it's Backlash France.
That's like Takeover.
It is.
That's what they essentially did with Takeover. So like
NXT Takeover Portland, NXT Takeover Dallas, NXT Takeover this. I mean,
I like that a lot more. You know, it for some reason it seems like more important. You know, and you know the crowd is going to be absolutely going crazy because when they go somewhere where they usually don't get shows like that, the crowd is extremely grateful for it. So we're going to get an amazing crowd for the most part, I assume. So, I can't forget about this. I need AJ and Cody to put on a 5-star. And I'm talking about like, I know I try my best not to listen to what Dave Meltzer says.
Freaking Dave.
I need this match to be something where he is like crying. I know he only likes AEW matches in the Japan Dome. But I need Will Ospreay matches, but I need this match to be absolutely insane because they're calling AJ mid on the internet. They're coming on Jeff Hardy's internet every day and saying that AJ Styles is washed. And I'm not going to curse him anymore.
Yeah,
he's nowhere close.
He's nowhere close. Washed.
The way AJ moves right now, while he's still in pain, wrestlers kill to move like that.
Yeah. The way AJ looks.
He's freaking jacked. What are you talking about? He looks like AJ Styles times 4. You talking about what do you mean washed?
He ate like 3 AJ Styles on the way to becoming this AJ Styles. Like that.
What? You know what he used to do? I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been waiting for this since AJ lost since AJ lost the world champ, the WWE championship, like all those years ago. I've been waiting for AJ to do this again. He has to do a spiral tap. He
said himself that he don't even know how to do that anymore.
Alan Jones, please. I know you don't know how, but practice, please. Please.
You got crash pads.
Yeah, but believe me, Law, I've been waiting for him to bring that move back. But
bring that move back.
And even this too. This I think this is one of my like pet peeves of AJ wrestling in WWE. I hate that the phenomenal form is a finisher because it was literally a setup move in TNA. I hate that. The phenomenal form and the springboard 450 were setup moves. I hated when they started
the springboard 450 to the dick. Yeah. Yes.
Come on, AJ needs to cut his hair, bring the shorts out, get ready to fly. And he has to.
His springboard 50s all over.
This match has to be
TNA. He hit him to the dick so many times. It was crazy.
This match has to be TNA AJ versus like first month AEW Cody, or like the list Cody, like independent Cody versus TNA AJ. This match has to be because like
if you're gonna talk about the list Cody, oh my god, the list Cody was something else.
Or even AJ, if you don't want to go TNA, go New Japan, AJ. That might have been no. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Just do something.
Don't curse at me.
No,
just do something. Just do something. Because now taking a listen to your new theme song now, it's ass.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
At
Mania, I did not even notice anything. At Mania, I did not even notice. I know you told me to stay in my seat because the new theme is coming out, and I was like, man, I should not have stayed in my seat. I shouldn't have.
You should have got your chicken fingers.
I should have got my chicken tenders because man, that shit was so bad.
What does he say in the beginning? I forget.
I am phenomenal.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it says.
Oh man!
Not every theme song needs a saying at the beginning. But the only reason why they did those sayings in the beginnings of their generic Def Rebel theme songs now is because when everybody said they're all freaking generic, and we have no idea who was coming out. They added those sayings in the front of it. Chelsea, like the Chelsea Green one, the I am
Tiffy.
phenomenal for AJ Styles.
Yeah.
The
Tiffy time.
Tiffy
yeah.
time for Tiffany. I like they added those sayings so that we at least know who's coming out. But they're still ass.
That's
They're
so
still
stupid.
terrible.
That's so stupid. Even in like 2008, 9, I always knew who was coming out. I always knew who was coming out. Like I've never. This is not like a. I'll understand if like we all came together. Like we have no idea who's ever coming out. No one's ever said that, ever. So like, why is this a change when like all of us know when we hear the dome, Taker coming out. We all know we hear do. We know Cena's coming out.
You hear the trumpets, you know it's Cena. You hear the gong,
Yeah.
you know it's Taker. Dude.
If we see some fire, we know Kane about to come on in a few seconds. Why we don't need it's Kane and then Kane some terrible
It's
drums come on.
Kane.
Like, come on.
Have you
Why
seen
are we doing
the
this?
Have you seen the memes all over the place on Twitter where people are just
Yeah.
making poor deaf
Oh my
Rebel theme
god!
songs?
So
Just random people.
let's talk about that real quick. So I didn't. I seen people like post that stuff on TikTok, but I didn't like listen to any of the songs. Bro, my head almost exploded
Yeah,
on what day
Def
was that? That was
Tyler. That's it.
it was
Shout out Def
Tuesday.
Tyler.
Yeah,
No, I
it was
hate
Tuesday.
Tyler.
Bro, man, my chat had me listen to some of those songs, bro. I'm like, what in the world is this? Why am I
Chad
listening?
Gable, shut the hell up.
to
Shut your ass up. I'm Chad
I-
Gable, terrible drum.
they had me listen to a couple of them, and I'm like, bro, I can't. I gotta turn this off.
Ruthless aggression. Do.
Like, nah, man. Cena has a heel theme. It's right there. You can find it.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Oh man.
Oh,
But yeah, man, that shit is terrible.
Def Rebel just needs to go. WWE knows that fans are just outraged over Def Rebel and they're not doing anything about it. So
Where's Jim? Where's Jim?
or Jim Johnston, he's
Yeah.
he's living his life right now. I mean,
If you don't get back to work, we're in trouble. Jim, help.
we're in trouble, Jim. I did not care for CFL money.
They were better than this.
Even CFL money was better than this.
I bet you the three of us, if we had like all of the technology, we could make better theme songs for these superstars. Or just leave them with the theme songs that they had before. Like, I don't know why Tiffany has went through 4 theme songs so fast when her
Braun
second
Breaker
one,
is a perfect example. He was
Braun
perfectly
Breaker's
fine.
trash.
And then they just
I was
changed
like,
it.
It's so
Yeah,
bad.
they gave Braun Breaker that generic 5 theme song in 2K.
Yeah.
What is this?
And then Theory. They fucking changed his shit.
Theory's just terrible.
Happy poppin' bottom.
You know, I get mad because I'm like, oh, Def Rebel made a Roman's theme. Okay, cool. That's like a basketball player
have
making
one
one shot and then
banger.
missing 8 more.
They have
Like,
a
what are you
one
talking
banger.
about?
That's
Like,
it.
Yeah.
they're 1 for 8. Like, okay, you made 1. Now you've missed the last 12. So what are we talking about? Sit on the bench. Like that's how that works.
Yeah.
That's literally how
That-
that works.
Yeah.
Shout out
Like-
X3, man. I've been on your side about this whole Def Rebel bullshit since, since forever.
It's ridiculous.
And then
Freaking
a
excellent.
lot of these songs too, a lot of these songs aren't really good. They're only good because they have the crowd participating in like, certain stuff. Like
Yeah.
obviously like the Trick Williams theme. The Trick Williams thing is cool, but like Booker T and the crowd chanting "Whoop That Trick" made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
Well, the
Like,
whoop
it's a
that
couple
trick
of songs.
definitely helped, but I overall like Trick's beat with his theme
Yeah.
and everything like that. It just made
It's way,
whoop that trick was
yeah.
just cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's way better than his first theme because his first theme sounded like
about it, about it,
yeah,
about it, about it.
yeah, Law. It sounded like a
Right.
freaking Pop Smoke song, bro.
You know
I
about
swear.
it, about it. Freaks about it, about
It
it.
sounded
Now,
like Dior, like bro.
now I like the thing is, to me, I got one superstar that I literally have no idea if it's Def Rebel or if they just bought the rights. Jade. Because that's not Jade's AEW theme song, but that is definitely not Def Rebel. Because if that was Def Rebel,
It just sounds like a really hard alter of her AEW theme song.
Yeah,
Like
that,
two different like
because that's not her AEW theme. It's just a way remixed version of it, but it's definitely that sounding.
To be fair, when Jade comes out,
If
I don't
she
hear
owns
anything.
it, then that's great. That's why she brought it over.
I wish I heard. I haven't heard Jade's theme song. As soon as it comes out, I lose all of my like feeling in my body, and I just have my eyesight. So I haven't heard her theme song since she got back. So I mean, you know, I think Naomi's just cool because it's basically the TNA one. I hate the I hated that song.
I like the whole like Naomi, like the slow spelling of Naomi's name.
Yeah,
as
like
soon
that.
as I heard that, I was like, well, that's her TNA feel.
Yeah.
Because if you saw her in TNA, she did Trinity in that slow spelling, and then she did her thing. So,
yeah.
As soon as I saw that slow spelling for Naomi, I was like, yep, TNA.
They just feel like I think Chelsea Green's theme song is cool. Carmelo Hayes' first theme song is still his best rendition. I will say this every day until they fix it. Because while his theme song right now is great, it will never beat the first one. Yeah. Maybe I have nostalgia. I don't know. But I still think that song. And then they said they were going to remix his theme. No. They're going to give him rap beat generic 8. I'm him. I'm
him. See, it's the saying again. It's the saying. I'm him. I am phenomenal. It's just
I'm surprised they didn't add more words to Cody's in the beginning. Cody already had words in it, so he got lucky.
Well, no. The thing is, when it came down to Cody, he already said it himself to Bruce and Vince when they did that meeting. Well, look, you're not getting the American Nightmare without that song. So you don't change anything about that song, and you're not changing anything about what I have built.
Which
and that's why you saw Kingdom.
Acknowledge me.
Dude, I heard that Def Rebel theme for the Acknowledge Me stuff, and I was like, man, that's actually probably going to be it. That's most likely going to be it. And I was like, okay.
Acknowledge me.
I'm scared they're going to change Blair's theme song. I think Blair's theme song.
Blair's theme is fantastic, but
they're probably going to though.
Yeah, they're gonna change, man. They're gonna change Ilya's theme song, bro. I swear if they
better not. I better keep doing this.
Yeah, for real, bro. I'm trying to Millie Rock, bro. I'm trying to Millie Rock on Monday nights.
I better keep doing this. They better not change Dijak either. Don't you dare touch anything about Dijak.
They give him that T-bone again.
Don't you dare touch anything about Dijak, because the thing is, Def Rebel's gonna get ratioed by Dijak if they ever try to touch his ass in terms of his theme song.
Yeah.
Pause. But
I was about to say touch it.
That was crazy.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you know.
I need more ratio merch. The ratio stuff is fantastic. I want to get ratioed by Dijak.
Hey, what, sir?
That's crazy.
No, that's back to back, Phil.
That's bad. It's not good.
That's back to back. What? Oh, okay.
Look, right. Well, whatever.
Oh, I don't like Seth Rollins' theme either.
No,
yeah, that's like a confession. I think the Architect one was 10 times better.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I wasn't so during COVID times. I was not rocking with it when they first changed it, because I was messing more with the Messiah one. Then they changed it to this one, and I was like,
I like the Messiah one. I thought
I like
the
Messiah
was cool.
one. Yeah, I like the Messiah one too. So I was rocking with it, and then they changed to this, and I'm like, man, they're always changing this freaking theme song. And it wasn't until the crowd got into it that I'm like, okay, it's all right. So, but like I said before, crowd participation makes a song. Sometimes it makes a song better.
The thing about the
Yeah.
crowd participation with Rollins, though, is that it just doesn't stop. Sometimes when you're trying to hear these people cut promos, they don't stop blowing. Like, stop singing. Let me hear the man talk.
Knock.
And that's when it got really bad for me. And I was like, I like the song, don't get me wrong, but just stop singing.
Also, WWE, stop posting freaking broken dreams all over the place if you're not going to give us broken dreams.
Yeah.
They're not going to give it to us. They're just not.
They're constantly posting it, like, you know.
But here's the thing. I don't understand WWE because they brought back Lobsterhead.
Yeah. Too many lines.
That's still crazy. When I heard, I was completely astonished that I heard that again.
See, the thing is, at first, I didn't even notice. I had to rewind because I heard like the because I heard the beat of it, but I was like, no, they couldn't have brought it back. They couldn't have brought it back. But then all of a sudden, I heard the opera like, oh, and I was like, that. Holy shit! They did it. They brought back Lobsterhead. So I don't get it because that wasn't Def Rebel. That's CFO money as far as I'm concerned. So why can Sheamus have a CFO money? See, it's just so weird. I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't know. They got to stop touching stuff. They have to stop touching stuff with their hands. They have to stop touching stuff with their hands, but it's really bad, and it's only gonna get worse because as soon as superstars get called up or when they're about to get pushed,
Bayley
was gonna get coming. Oh God, Bayley sounded better at Mania too. I don't hate it.
I actually like Bayley's. When I got home, I looked up Bayley's new theme on YouTube just to listen to it without like crowd or whatever, like noise and all that. And I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, so I mean, I have some good ones, mostly bad ones. There was even a petition at one point to literally, fire him.
I signed
it. I did.
Support the cause.
Everybody signed it.
Yes,
I signed it.
I'll send it to you, Nate. You can sign it too. We got to defeat the evil monster.
I signed it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, and this too. You were saying network. If you play that damn Wingstop commercial, no flex,
man,
zone.
Bro,
I hear that one more time.
Yo,
I hear that commercial one more time.
I was literally talking to my manager about that last week.
One more time.
I was literally talking to my manager about that last week because I saw a TikTok. And it was talking about commercials played during the NBA playoffs, and it was that iPhone like 15 commercial. Don't let me go.
I love that commercial. That's just crazy.
Don't let me go. And then somebody put in the comment, no flex zone. I'm like, oh my god.
Right, remember Sway Lee and Slim Jim are probably the happiest men on earth right now. Like our song just blew up about 13 years later again.
Man,
some Wingstop.
That song came out in like Jenga. 16.
I was hyped when I first heard it. Now I just heard it a few minutes ago watching the Sixers game. I just heard it. It just came on.
No flex.
Yeah.
Zone.
I'm like, bro, it's not at the level of the Doja Cat song.
Oh God!
Get into it, yeah.
Get into it, yeah.
Get the Taco Bell during like I think that's like 2021 SmackDown.
Man.
That commercial came on at every break.
That commercial came on so many times.
But yeah, I can't hear it. Yeah, bro, I went to Wingstop the other day. It's not good enough to hear No Flex Zone repeatedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
Wingstop is not all that.
That might as well just be the theme song of Wingstop. Just
No Flex.
Yeah.
Zone.
No Flex Zone.
It's a great song, but I don't want to hear it in 2024. Every game show, freaking game shows. I'm tired of hearing it.
game show.
I'm tired of hearing it, bro. Turn it off. I'm tired of it, bro.
Turn that shit off.
I just watch Liv Morgan lose and I'm crying. Then I hear no better. No, I don't know better.
Don't know better.
Oh god.
It's just a dad playing Jenga with his kids, and his kids like, no, eat some Wingstop.
I don't want to hear that, man.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard that song, bro, I swear I thought it was some females.
Me too. I thought it was two girls. And I was at my grandma's house, and I went on demand, and I watched the video. I was like, "Who are these two niggas?" I thought it was two girls singing the song. These two dudes jumping around.
I thought it was two women singing the song. I did.
Yeah, it was
crazy
that
came out.
It was that song and No Type, and I was like, "Who are these women? Who are these people?" And then I saw the video to No Type. I'm like, "Oh, it's just dudes with auto tune." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, I don't know why the auto tune sound like so high pitched, but
it's a hit, man.
I don't get it.
It's not now. It's stuck in my head.
Now it's gonna be in my head as soon as we get off of this thing. One more question before we get the hell out of here. Do you guys believe in Joe Hendry?
Yes. I've been singing that song.
Yes.
Forever. For like the past week.
Bro, since he came out with it on Monday, bro.
It's on Spotify, right?
Yeah, it's on Spotify and Apple Music. It's been an everyday thing, bro. Everyday thing. Me driving to work and me come home from work. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah. So, why we just clap? Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to be this guy. Ooh, bars again. I don't want to be this guy, but I want him to go. I need him to come to WWE because I feel like they're going to take him and push him farther than he's at now. I feel like he won't because TNA, he's in a really good spot. You know, if he never leaves TNA, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if we're pushing, if we like want this man to be like out of this world, I think he has to be on the list of Triple H at some point. Maybe not right now, but to get him to the next level, I think I don't know. I think he has to.
I'll be cool with him making like a guest appearance at like the Rumble because obviously he'll still be in TNA.
If he did a surprise entrant in the Rumble, that shit would go so hard.
But then, no. Yeah, because all you hear is say his eruption. Eruption out of nowhere. But like I feel like
if Anthony and Luna would go batshit crazy.
I feel like if he comes to WWE, they're immediately gonna change like everything with him, and then like they're gonna be another Death Rebel song. Joe Hendry. It's gonna be like
Say
that.
my name and I think.
It's gonna be like that. So
he has to put in his contract.
Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the saying. Do you believe in Joe Hendry?
It's gonna be terrible.
Oh yeah, no. The reason why this whole song is a thing, the reason why Joe Hendry is as popular as he is right now, I gotta give it to my guy, Top Dollar.
Top. Oh wait, wrong song.
The thing is, if it was not for Joe Hendry continuously, going at Top Dollar for the dive that happened on that SmackDown, you know, the botched dive or whatever that happened on that night, we don't know. I mean, Joe Hendry continuously brought that shit up every single week as soon as Tom was signed to TNA. Every week, and I'm not lying.
I know TNA is kind of like in like a plateau point right now.
Yeah,
TNA is in like a really plateau point right now. But like, if there's someone who can get them out this hole, it's those two. It's those two men that can get them out of the hole, because like they're working really, really well, and Joe Hendry is almost out of the world right now. He's almost at the point where it's like you can't go anywhere without hearing this guy. So
yeah.
Again, if he never leaves TNA, I love it. But like, it's crazy.
And trust me, we know the whole story about that dive and what that ultimately led to, and the story about.
I was there live when that happened.
we know the story of the whole thing. I'm just glad that Dahl was fine and he was able to, figure things out in the way that it did. But yeah, Joe Hendry just continuously brought it up week in and week out, every single week, and he's as popular as he's ever been. But yeah.
Oh shit.
What now?
No, I'm watching the Knicks game.
Oh
shit.
Who's winning?
Oh shit.
The Knicks are up 105-98 with 4:04 left in the fourth. It's been a close game the entire game.
At least they're doing good and better than the Bucks.
But did they lose?
Yeah, the Bucks lost by like 20.
Oh, see, Miami lost too. It's okay.
Yeah, see, we're in Cancun right now.
Yep, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm heading to Miami for my birthday.
You know what I'm saying? I heard the weather is great this time of year. So I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I heard the weather is great this time of year.
I'll see you. I'll be over there drinking the coconut.
I just look over to my loft.
Hey,
man.
Really?
I've just been here crying.
Like, what's up, man?
Pain. It's pure agony. Maybe LeBron's gonna call him. I don't know.
My girl, Nate, who is that? Be like, it's my guy, Law. We do
That's my guy.
Podcast together. Yeah.
My team is trash too. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're all dead.
Knicks are up by 20 in the first quarter. God damn.
The Sixers fall back though. The Sixers are playing. I just need them to lose. I need them. I can't.
They didn't even give them a chance.
I've been waiting to slander the Sixers and Damian Lillard. Oh, Ginobili back on.
I love the commentary.
I'm scared. Jalen Brunson, give me up. Yeah, they might win this.
Bro, Jalen Brunson been scoring like 40 points every single game.
He's been on my fraud watch list for a little bit, so I need to win this game, or I'm gonna call him Mad Frauds on TikTok. So he better do something. He better win this game. Ooh, I'm gonna call him a fraud.
Yeah. I was saying, then Mitri gonna come after you.
No, his team needs to win. Get the Sixers. I can't take the Sixers on primetime television anymore. Get them out of here. I want to see Embiid cry again. yeah, and I want to yell at Josh.
Yeah, me too.
Josh, we have 3 minutes.
Be like, hey, Josh, come on over to the dark side, Cancun. It's kind of nice out here. We got LeBron, we got Giannis in them, we got Dame.
There's Josh.
Jimmy Butler out here.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, we got me Loft. Yeah, the gang's all here. You know what I'm saying?
Sixers gonna win? Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah, we about to have the Orlando Magic tomorrow. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic.
Bro, that song is awesome, man. That song.
When I actually heard that was like their actual theme song, I was like, holy shit, that's perfect.
I caught on super quick just because of that song, bro. That song. Whoever made that song is amazing.
They killed that. Those people like Cool in the Gang or some of that shit.
every time they win, I'm Orlando Magic. I'm like, bro.
I'm supposed to
I'm
hate
not
them
even an
because
Orlando
of
Magic.
Miami, but you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not even an Orlando Magic fan, but Orlando Magic.
I don't know who's on the Magic. I have no idea who's on the Magic.
Paulo Bencurio.
Oh, him. Okay.
Joe Ingles is on there now.
Joe Ingles is on there?
Yeah, he was on the Bucks, but we traded him over to the Magic.
Utah.
He was, but he was, and then he got traded to the Bucks.
You're like 2 teams back. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
You're like, yeah, you're way back.
I did not know he left. Damn.
Yeah, he was on the Bucks, and then he went from the Bucks to Orlando. And who's that one dude that's God dang it, what's his name?
Wagner.
Yeah, he had France and Mo,
Wagner.
France Wagner and Mo Wagner.
Shout out to Deontay. I didn't know that. I didn't know shit. I was just reading.
The two brothers. Yeah, the two brothers is on the Magic. Markelle Fultz, that's his name. Thank you.
Fultz is still in the NBA.
Yeah, he changed his.
Isn't he like
75
years old?
Nah, Markelle Fultz, no,
he's like our age.
Yeah, Markelle Fultz is he's nice now.
I'm pretty sure he's like around our age.
I don't watch basketball, y'all. So just
he had a weird shooting form because he had like some type of it was either some type of like disease or like some type of surgery or something, and it messed up his shooting form bad when he first came into the league. But he changed it now, and he's really good. He's not really good, you know.
He's average.
Yeah. D'Angelo Russell was playing his heart out this year.
That's just crazy.
D'Angelo Russell would piss me off. I'm like, bro. Because it will always be like every time they would play the Bucks, he'd drop 50. I'm like, what?
Bro, he had like 0 in game 2. I was furious. I was like, you are trash. That's it. I'm tired of you. LeBron passing the ball to you, just missed the entire rim. I'm tired of it, man.
All right. I think we can call that a good episode for the podcast. We talked about, WWE. We talked about the NBA. We talked random nonsense about NXT. It's usually on par with what happens here on OTB.
Coil Ray, call me.
Coil Ray.
Sure.
That's it. That's all I want to say.
We never have a structure here, so that is what it is. Yes. Thank you, Elisha, for being here the whole time. Thank you, anybody that has been here for any duration that they were a part of. It was cool to see. And shout out Hologram for showing up for the time that he was here for. Really cool dude. But yeah, we'll talk about Backlash on Saturday afternoon again, because we will be doing a review for WWE Backlash. Because with it being an afternoon pay-per-view, it can work out that way. And I like it. We don't have to wait to the next day to do a review like normal AEW pay-per-views, because have to wait until 2 o'clock in the morning for it to goddamn finish.
Yeah. Bro, they need to never do that again. Triple H. Elimination Chamber was the worst day of my life. That was literally like top 5 worst days I've ever existed. I hated that day.
Yeah, y'all woke up to watch that crap.
I never went to sleep.
I was the only one.
I never went to sleep.
Yeah. A lot of y'all stayed up. I was the only one smart. I'm like, man, I'll watch this later on in the day. Y'all was like, man, you suck. All right, watch.
I'll tell you, I had the hardest sleep after that show was over. I took a hard rest.
Oh, snap. Josh said prom is on Saturday.
Hey.
Oh, snap.
Hey.
We in the money.
We in the money. We in
Yeah.
the money. Do.
Don't do nothing I want to do, man. Don't be wildin'.
Josh about to be out here with some girls twerking on him in dresses.
Oh wow! Josh,
Oh
don't be doing all
wow.
that, Josh.
Okay. Okay.
Don't be
Yeah.
doing all that, Josh.
Because prom, bro, y'all know prom nowadays is all of that. There's no traditional dancing anymore.
The hands on the shoulders and the hips.
Yeah, there's none of
Hands
that
on your
no
knees.
more.
Hands on.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what's going to play.
I love that song.
See, Phil, that's what's going to play because of you singing that song. That's exactly what's going to play.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Hands on your knee. Yep, there's going to be a whole bunch of
Prom was fun. Prom, well, actually, no, it wasn't. Prom was terrible. Actually,
Prom was ass.
I shouldn't have went. I should not have went.
Prom was so bad.
Oh no! Oh god, they're coming
I
back.
went to both junior and senior. Man,
You said Philly is coming back?
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Bro, no way. It's a 1-point game and there's 59 seconds left.
What?
wow. Okay. Honestly, you know,
What?
we'll stay. We'll stay.
I can't turn the game on right now because I'm in the middle of playing an online game. So
I can like, I don't know if I'm allowed to show my screen, but
No, don't show the screen. Don't show the
Okay.
screen. Don't
but
you
yeah,
dare.
they're- oh god. Oh god. All right, Jalen Brunson with the ball. Oh, you know, Pete Brunson.
The man
He's looking.
had his shirt off with the live in the
looking.
back.
Oh,
of that.
oh, and
Okay,
one.
no.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Bronson.
Is that a bucket? I don't know if they counted it though.
I graduated in 2020 also, Deontay. I didn't have I left for spring break and never came back to college. Never
Dang.
went back to college. And I didn't graduate until next year in 2021.
I got lucky and graduated in freaking when I graduated 2022. Yeah,
I
No,
graduated
three.
I graduated with the 2021 class and the 2020 because when I went home for spring break in 2020, never returned to college. So I was like, okay.
That was a sad day. I was like, oh yeah, see y'all in a week. No, see y'all in a year.
See y'all in a week. Nah.
Nope. See y'all
But
in a
on the
year.
day I was actually supposed to
Oh.
graduate, I got that World Heavyweight Championship replica from Chris Van Vliet. I won that Instagram giveaway and he shipped me that World Heavyweight Championship.
No
So I was
way.
like, fuck yeah.
No way.
I'm not graduating, but at least I get to become a world champion.
Oh, you missed. They called a foul. What the? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
luckily I graduated college a year before 2020. So I was good until the
A year
after.
before the world
Yeah.
went to shit.
Yeah.
He escaped.
Yeah.
I think I didn't think I was gonna have a graduation, but like I was lucky enough to get one, even though a lot of people just didn't get one due to like credits not passing over and stuff. It was crazy, but
I'm glad I
was
got
lucky.
one. It just had to happen eventually, you know?
yeah. That shit's crazy.
I'm looking at past King of the Ring events because King of the Ring is happening as the next PLE after
Yeah.
Backlash. Man, these King of the Ring tournaments, they were so bad.
Bro, I still that Xavier
last
Woods
time-
one was still like
The last time King of the Ring was an actual pay-per-view type thing on the WWE Network was the 2015 one.
who won that?
Barrett.
Oh, I was about to say Sheamus.
Wow.
I
King
thought that was the
Barrett.
one that Sheamus won.
Wow.
It was Barrett and Neville in the finals.
Neville. Freaking Pac, man. Love that guy.
It was Neville defeating Sheamus and then Barrett defeating R-Truth in the semifinals.
True. He was all right.
Because
Shout out Truth.
R-Truth defeated freaking Stardust in 42 seconds.
Oh my god.
And that is why
Cody.
the real story that needs to be finished is Cody defeating R-Truth. Because during the time when Cody was Stardust, he lost to R-Truth 42 times.
What?
As Stardust. Look, I'll send you the video.
R-Truth has to turn heel again and like try to kill Cody. Like when he tried to kill John Morrison.
Look, I was listening to a podcast with Cody the other day. It was the Sam Roberts, right? And they were talking about Cody was talking about the day he came back to WWE in Dallas, Texas. He was like, the real story that needs to be finished when it's all said and done, because whoever that Stardust character was, we don't know who it was. I mean, he was an anomaly at that point, but the person that was playing Stardust needs to defeat R-Truth. And you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen. But at some point, when you see Cody Rhodes versus R-Truth on your television screen, watch out. Watch out. Because we're not going to see the same guy that lost to R-Truth 42 times.
All right. The game is tied 111 to 111. 34 seconds left on the clock. Knicks basketball.
All right, hold on. I just got done with my game. I can't believe I came back and won. But yeah.
W.
Yeah, I'm playing MLB The Show 24, and took my talents online, and came back and won. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Magic.
Yeah, the last King of the Ring was 2021, and I think that was the Xavier Woods one. Yeah. It was Xavier Woods and Finn Balor as the finals. Jesus Christ.
I really thought they were going to do something with Xavier Woods after he won, and he was like, nope. They're like, Kofi Mania. Ha!
I thought they were going to give it to Balor. I did. But when they gave it to Xavier, I wasn't mad at it. I was like, good for him. They never did anything with it, though.
You really thought? Oh, no. Wait, all right.
Oh God!
God dang! Yeah,
Damn, you good?
Sounds like Law just threw his remote control at the TV.
I thought he fell. I was like,
dang, is it that bad, bro?
Oh God! Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson. Oh, Josh Hart for 3. Let's go, Josh.
Yeah.
Good shot, man. All right, 24 seconds left. The Sixers got the whole shot clock to make a shot.
He's like, wait, Josh Hart for 3? Bang!
Bang! In there. That's a good shot. He was wide open, too. They tried double team Brunson.
In there. Like swimwear.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a bucket. Oh, I got to turn on the Sixers broadcast so I can hear them cry. Ooh, yep, got to do that. Got to hear Doris Burke. I hate her. Ooh, I hate Doris Burke.
Yo, this 2019 King of the Ring tournament has me freaking spinning. What the fuck was this?
All right, let me turn on the game real quick. I already know I'm gonna be way ahead of Loft once I turn on the game. I'm trying not to say anything. Let's see. Rob Deerdeck, get off my TV.
Ridiculousness.
Dude wipes.
Dude wipes. Wipes for the dudes.
All right, here we go.
For the dudes, now wipe. No, that sounds bad.
For the dudes, that wipe.
All right. I told we was talking about dude wipes earlier today, and I told my my manager that I want to try those.
That's crazy.
because you know, it's a
Oh.
fresher experience. Instead of wiping with toilet paper, you wipe with wipes.
That's a very smart way to go about that. That's very smart, Nick. Good job.
I thought he was talking to you, Nate.
Yeah, I thought he
Like,
was talking to me too. I was about to say, well,
Oh.
thank you. You know what I'm saying? I came up with that.
It's a
Came up with
very
that
smart way
myself.
to think about it.
Yeah. I
I'm
was
sorry.
about to say, I was about to say I came up with that myself. You know what I'm saying? Took some time, but I did it.
No flex zone.
Oh man.
Oh, chat right here. Listen, premium drinks right here. Yep, I probably can't.
Man, what, bro? Put your shirt on, bro.
No,
Come on,
no, I will
dog.
not.
He just does it now.
Dog. Come
My shirt will
on,
not go back
dog.
on.
I was not trying to see that before I head to sleep and stuff. Now, bro, that's a nightmare. American nightmare.
I don't African American nightmare. That's what I am.
Yeah,
That's
African
me and
American.
Tio.
Yeah, bro. No,
That's Tio.
no, I'm not, bro. No, you.
Put your shirt on. I take my shirt off when freaking the Sixers lose.
Oh, she is cute. Who the heck was that they just showed? She was
Where?
cute. You'll see her.
I was like, where?
you will see her, Law. She was cute. Who was that? The cameraman just immediately was like, "Hey, camera shot." Like, bro, who is that?
The fact that Loft said aware so quickly.
Yeah, where? Did you see your Loft?
No.
It should be coming up.
And now Loft sounds disappointed. He's like, no.
Dante just hit both his free throws.
No, I didn't.
That's where I'm at now. I probably wasn't looking. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why would y'all
Who is
foul?
that?
Yeah. Well, okay. I see why they fouled him.
Hello, wonderful people. Hello.
Oh my god.
Yo,
oh my god.
Why did
wait.
Beyonce in here?
Yo.
Hello.
Yo. Wait, how'd you get the link?
I have access to the StreamYard, so I can
Oh,
let myself in.
Bro, why
Wait,
would you?
now I gotta take away the thing.
No. Deontay is not that important to show his face. Keep it the way it is.
Wow. I old man.
Wait. Loft, where are you? Loft?
Did Loft disappear? Did you kick Loft out, Deontay?
No, he's still here.
Where am I?
Where is he though? He's not on the stream.
Bro,
Oh, man.
Deontay, get out of here, bro.
Wait, no, let me see if I can find a 4-person cam.
Or I can do this right here. Hold on.
No, I found
Here
a
I am.
4-person cam. This looks so weird because there's nothing here. I didn't
All I see
set up
is
a
black.
4-person thing.
I see it's black.
And I don't want to do this.
Dang.
And I don't want to
just
do
cut
that
off.
because that covers half of my existence.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, I don't see.
See, I wasn't going to join. Then I was like, fuck it, why not?
Oh my god.
Why? What?
Jalen, if you
Cause I
We're
can't,
about to
shut
end this thing as soon as the Sixers are gone. Like,
I know. That'll be fine.
Come on, bro. Come
it's
on.
just a black screen now.
I see.
What you got against black screens, sir?
Nothing.
No,
It just
no.
looks weird.
Tay, calm down. Phil is one of us.
I know that, but you know.
I thought I thought I already got my card from you guys. Like,
All right, cool.
it's okay.
You got your call, but it's still more things. You know,
It's still on a trial, and I know.
Defense.
Until I say that word, I'm not an official one, and I'm not saying it. So
Hey,
you do it.
I'll about to say,
I'm not saying it. Nope.
Bro.
All right, hush. The Knicks are playing.
Do not let Maxie come down and pull up from the
7.7 seconds left. They're up 3.
For real, whatever you do,
Do not let him.
He will.
Oh,
he will
good
pull,
defense.
Oh my God! Wait a minute.
Good defense. Oh yes, sir. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie. I got scared once Buddy Hill just chucked it.
I thought that was going.
Hey, Buddy Hill been hitting everything,
I
bro.
thought he was about to bank it in. I was about to say what?
Knicks in 6, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, Josh.
Oh yeah, man.
Josh, where you at, brother? Where you at?
Oh
Where you at,
yeah.
brother?
Hey Josh, I got hey Josh, I got your flight ready, you know what I'm saying, to come down here with me and Loft, you know what I'm saying?
Cancun.
Yeah, we
Got
chilling.
Go
your
down to
fruits.
Cancun.
Cancun.
Yeah,
Going to Cancun.
we're chilling, you know what I'm saying? We chilling down here. And like I said,
Excuses.
we got
Excuses.
LeBron, we got Tyler Hero, we got AD, we got uh Jimmy, we got Giannis down here with Dame, Chris Middleton, myself. Um
That's actually kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds kind of nice.
yeah. So we got everybody down here. We just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You welcome to. We gonna get on the banana boat like
I
how
don't think
LeBron and D Wade.
that's a wild. That's wild. That's wild. I ain't gonna lie.
The banana
Yeah,
boat.
the
A
banana boat.
banana
You
boat.
remember when LeBron and D Wade
Banana
and
bus.
Carmelo and
Banana
them
bus.
used to get on?
We
Yeah,
can do whatever we can
yeah, the
do.
banana boat. So yeah,
Somebody just said Jalen Brunson is the top 3 Nick of all time.
I wouldn't be angry at that.
I was about to say
I mean, not now. If
what?
they go far in the playoffs, then
I feel it.
if they beat the Celtics,
No,
which I don't think they are. Well,
the
actually,
thing
they playing the
is,
Pacers.
Josh. The thing is, Josh. They can clown you because
Hey!
their team
No, no,
also
no.
lost.
Yeah,
My
we
team
all
didn't
Oh,
saw
what
lose.
in the world?
Hold on, my team didn't lose. My team is in the second round.
Why? How? First of all, how did I miss that notification? And what happened?
That
Loft
So
is
and
very
say
Nate
true. They
can
do suck.
clown
That
you
is very true.
because their team
so
lost.
so
Josh,
No,
the
say
no, no.
Sixers aren't
My
anything without
team
you.
didn't lose. My team didn't lose. My team's in the second round.
I'm not saying you, Deontay. I said Loft and Nate.
Oh
hmm?
yeah, they think they team in Cancun.
Loft and Nate can clown Josh because their team lost. That's the
Both
thing.
of the teams lost by like 20 points too. That's crazy.
Hey man, it happens.
Yeah. One is the Celtics. The other team is Tyrese Halliburton.
We celebrate.
And JP, aka Miles Turner.
And well, guess
And
what? I'm JP.
JP, aka
Ooh, I'm
Miles.
finna roast the hell out of Steve. He was talking so much shit.
Yeah, I got
I'm about to troll the hell out of Steve. He talking, man.
It's time to
you.
make some Joel Embiid trauma
You ever
content.
make Biddy her knees? Guess what? I'm JP. That
Bro,
see now I can't look at Miles Turner the same way now because of you, Loft.
He is JP. I saw. I was like, is that JP running down the
that
court?
man does not look like JP,
Yes,
man.
he does.
I'll make it say, hey, Uber, I wanna
Shut
see
the
your
door.
face.
Oh, I love watching Sixers fans
Got me on
cry.
the
It's my
ground.
You know,
favorite pastime.
for a dude who's from Philly, you sure hate the Sixers.
I don't care.
I, I never understood that.
I don't care.
I said it like I was
So
supposed to care.
he's playing on the Sixers downfall.
Yes.
I mean, I am too, but damn.
At least
Ethan
when they get
Page is
blown out.
gone
Oh, you're still
in
going with the same
AEW.
player.
What?
What?
Ethan Page left AEW.
Oh yeah,
Really?
I
yeah,
just got that update.
Damn.
yeah. They weren't doing that with him
Oh,
anyway, so
New York and the Pacers is gonna be a crazy series.
that's gonna be a nice
That's
series.
gonna be an underrated series
I
right
got
there.
Knicks. I got Knicks in 7.
Hmm.
That's gonna be a nice series.
I got Knicks in 7.
The Knicks and the
Josh, I've never
Pacers.
even been to Maine.
He from Maine. He said you from Maine.
What is in Maine?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Nothing's in Maine.
Nothing.
Josh live in Delaware, so I don't know why he talking to me.
Nothing.
Delaware is crazy.
Dude, you wanna know what's in Maine? Depending on where you go, like if you're going like to the top, like near freaking Canada type shit, snow.
Snow.
Just mad
Hey,
snow
I need to go to Maine then because I
when
don't
it's
get
winter
snow
time.
down here. I'm from the south. I don't
Just
get snow.
mad snow when it's winter time, and you travel by snowmobile. That's the only way you can go.
I would actually
Dang.
love
That's the
that
only
because I
way
don't get
you can do
snow.
it.
I
No,
don't get
no,
snow, so I
no.
would love that.
You would get tired of that very quickly, Deontay.
Look, I'm from
You
the south. I
travel
haven't
by
seen snow since 2009,
you
Just so
God.
much.
travel.
Dang,
15
2009.
How?
years ago. I don't count the one in 2017 because it only lasted like 2 seconds. But 2009 was the last one we had actual snow.
Hey, well, just make the flight up to Wisconsin every winter.
Nigga,
We're
Deontay
good.
live in hell. Fuck.
No one goes to Wisconsin, bro. Who does? No one goes to Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't come
you
to
come
Connecticut either, please.
the only place you
Connecticut's
come
ass.
visit the only place you come visit in Wisconsin is Milwaukee, unless you go into Green Bay for a Packer game or something. But other than that,
Who? Why would I go to a Packers game?
That's
hey,
crazy.
chill out, chill out, chill out, chill
Damn.
out, chill out,
Actually,
chill
no.
out,
Actually, no.
chill out.
Because I did go to a Packers game.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't you
But
go to the
no.
Falcons
They were
game?
playing.
Yeah.
They were playing the Falcons, and we was in Atlanta. So
Go Falcons.
the Falcons actually won that game, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Chill out. You know what I'm saying? We got Jordan Love. It's the Love era now. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan Love, yo,
Hey,
what's his name?
we
Bijan
made-
Robinson. That nigga is
what-
fast as hell in
hey.
real life.
Yes.
Hey, Loft, I have one question for you as a Falcon fan.
Mm.
What the fuck were you guys thinking drafting Michael Penix?
Yo, why did y'all
I lost it. I lost it.
Y'all have three quarterbacks, bro. Three.
That was one of the most stupid picks I've seen.
Y'all got what's his name, and then y'all got
Look, I don't mind Michael
Kirk
Penix. I
Cousins.
think Michael Penix was good coming out of college, but
why was he? They got Kirk Cousins and what's his name? Desmond Ridder? Yeah.
You
No,
signed
they
Kirk
got rid of
Cousins to a $100 million guaranteed deal. Like,
I don't know.
Was that Ridder?
Fucking Michael Penis.
No, y'all got Jalen Hurts. Y'all be fine.
hey, I got a Nate on my team. I got Nate Wiggins.
Hey,
I got Nate Wiggins, so
I got Geno Smith. So
I wanted Kool-Aid, to be honest, because I thought Kool-Aid would have been fucking sick on a jacket. Or, not on a jacket, but on a fucking jersey.
Kool-Aid.
His name is fucking Kool-Aid, bro. It's fantastic.
I know you're talking about that crazy. Is he black?
Love that kid.
Oh, snap. I turned my freaking.
First of all, I don't think that matters. But
I'm just
second of all,
answer the question, Phil. Is he?
I don't know. I just knew the kid was good coming out of college, and his name's Kool-Aid. That's all I knew. But yeah, I got a guy named Nate Wiggins. So Nate, you're on the right.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
Nate Wiggins.
Nate's mad. He's a ref. He's a wrestler in AEW. He's a fucking.
Bro,
now.
I was about to say something wild, but never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
I thought about it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we're on YouTube. Never mind.
Never mind.
Save it for after the stream, bro.
I'll save it for after the stream. Yeah.
Which is gonna be now because we're gonna log off here.
No. Once we turn off.
Yeah, like I said, we are turning off the stream now.
Cut it.
Cut the feed.
So,
cut the feed.
Yeah, cut the feed.
We appreciate you guys for joining on in. The first hour was just me and Nate talking until Loft got in here, which is cool. You know, we talked about the pay-per-view in a general sense, and then when Loft got in
To be
here,
fair, it was so much better when it was just filling Nate. I'm just saying.
Damn.
Bianca, your breath stinks like really bad, and I want you to know.
Shut up, bro.
Like everything you eat comes right back out your breath, and I smell it through the screen.
Dang.
Like,
see now I'm starting to smell stuff. What in the world?
yeah, because Deontay's
Damn.
stinky.
Man, have you been hanging out with Valhalla, bro?
That's why he's not turning his camera, because he's laying in a bed of filth right now. And
I am not,
now
actually.
he's sweating. So now
I am not.
There's nastiness in Deontay's room right now.
It is not. My room is very clean right now.
Josh was late, so I don't know where
Yeah,
he
he was very late
the whole time.
See, I had a reason to be late though. I was at work, so I had a reason.
Josh still lives in Delaware, so and I'm like,
Delaware.
lives in Dover. Hey, wake up and you live in Dover. Shut up.
What is it? What is in Delaware anyway?
Josh.
Probably nothing. Just Josh.
What is in
It was
Delaware?
Delaware High.
I've never met somebody that said, "Hey, I'm from Delaware."
Yeah. His team's
All right,
like
guys,
Delaware next or something.
What in the world?
Enjoy SmackDown tomorrow. I might be missing it, which sucks, but I don't know. I'll update, people on that. And then I'll be watching Backlash tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll do the review
I'll be at work
after Backlash is off the air. So, have a good one, guys. Stay safe. God bless, and we'll talk to you on Saturday afternoon, right after WWE Backlash.
Yeet.
CEO.
Yeet.
CEO.
Turn that trash
Oh, and she's
off.
winning that TBS title when that happens.
probably.
Bye, y'all.